Hi. How's it going, everyone? I am Dr. Delay, and today tonight I should say, it's pretty late for me. I've got the Diamondbacks taking on the Dodgers in what should be a good one, as these two teams pretty solid for the most part. I definitely look forward to a great game, and hopefully you guys do as well. No, I'm starting pretty late, so hopefully I didn't do anything wrong. As we have Yoshinobu on the mound, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Last time he took on the D-backs, he allowed 5 earned in 5 innings, so the D-backs were able to look pretty solid. And then, of course, the D-backs starting pitcher is Ryan Nelson. But hopefully it'll be a good one. Again, the Dodgers lost. They've actually lost 4 in a row. They got swept. I'm sure, if you're a Dodgers fan, you would know that. That they got swept by the Angels out of nowhere. And then, they lost last night. And, of course, we can look at the MLB standings. You can look at the Pittsburgh Pirates. They moved to 49-0 today. Pretty exciting stuff for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And then looking at the two teams tonight in the West. Again, very solid division. You can probably look at the Colorado Rockies and say that's really cute of them to go 8-39. But the other 4 teams, solid teams. I understand pitching is terrible for the Diamondbacks, but yeah, 29-19 for the Dodgers, 26-22 for the D-backs. As here is the first pitch to Carroll, and that's going to be outside for ball 1 as we get underway. In Los Angeles, Carroll batting .279, 14 home runs, 32 RBIs, OPS of 945. Yamamoto delivers, and that's going to be a breaking ball in there for strike 1. A 1-1 count here to Corbin Carroll. 14 home runs already, really solid. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be low, ball 2. He has kind of slowed down on the power, though. I do recall calling some Diamondbacks games, and he's had about that number, just a little less, obviously, but for a while. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be fouled off. Ooh, he fouled it off himself, so he might have to walk that off. Umpire's going to meet him halfway. I do like that. Umpire, fouled off his right knee. Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, he let out a scream there. So, little brief stoppage. Again, doing really well. 279, 14 home runs, and 32 RBIs. And he's still injured. So, again, bear with me here. I know it can be, once you hear the silence, you're like, I got to leave. And I don't blame you. All right, we're back here. Yamamoto on the mound. Carroll in the box. Yamamoto steps back and delivers. That's inside. 3-2. Almost hit him in that knee. Pitching him really inside there. 3-2 count to Corbin Carroll. Yamamoto delivers the 3-2 as Carroll's going to hit this to left center field. But it looks like Hernandez is going to make the catch for out number 1. All right, that's going to bring up Ketel Marte, batting .268, OPS of 918. Didn't start the season, has only played a few games, so his numbers aren't going to be like, his home run numbers anyway. I've covered some D-back games and had some commenters talk about his low home run stats, as that's going to be a called strike, and that one may have been outside. Batting .268, 6 home runs, 10 RBIs, OPS of 918, has played in 24 games, so again, not yet. I would say he's still, OPS is really solid, but, getting in the groove of things as that one is fouled off. 0-2 count. Yamamoto delivers the 0-2. That's in the dirt for ball 1. How about those Pirates? Yeah, man. Oh, what was it? 1-0 today? Pirates moving to, 49-0. Just unbelievable stuff going on in Pittsburgh. You got to love it. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be down low for ball 2. Thank you for stopping by, Philip, as always. Yep, the Pirates just unstoppable as of late. High-powered offense. Here is the 2-2. Marte pops it up. Shallow right field. And Pages is there to make the catch for out number 2. So 2 away here, and that's going to bring up Gurriel. 25 games, less than 4 runs. Yeah, it's amazing stuff. I'm telling you, if the Rockies were to play the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Rockies would win 2 or 3. The Rockies would definitely win 2 of 3. Yamamoto delivers. That's going to be low for ball 1 as they're taking us on a flashback. Guess this is last night's game. Gurriel homering. 1-0 count to Gurriel, and that's in the dirt, ball 2. 2-0 count. Gurriel batting .227, 8 home runs, 29 RBIs on the year. Yamamoto delivers, and that's going to be fouled back. Can you switch over to the Giants game during commercials? Briefly. I'll do it briefly. I will do it briefly. Actually, yeah, I mean, I can do that. Yeah. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be down low for ball 3. And thank you for coming by, Sean. Appreciate it. Here is the 3-1. Ground ball to short. Throws on to first for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the first. It is 0-0, so I am going to just head over real quick and see what's going on with the game. I was actually so close to considering to calling, but ended up getting things done a little bit later than I wanted to. Getting home late. That's actually on commercial break. But if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Again, I do random games. Since the Pirates are honestly just so bad, I might be taking a little bit of a break from the Pirates to explore what other games are out there. I like some offense in baseball, and that's kind of, I don't know, it's fun. It's fun to call, like, doubles, triples, home runs, obviously, and you don't really see that with the Pirates, unfortunately. But yeah, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a bunch of random games. If you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. Cardinals fans, and then I don't know, Los Angeles. I don't think they really care about football out there. But if you guys like football anyway, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Even if you're just like a guy that does sports betting, hey, this is a great channel for you. Just don't let me know about your bet because it's cursed as soon as it touches the chat. But yes, I'm sorry, Sean. Giants was in a commercial. They are in the middle or heading towards the top of the second or mid-second. I'm not too sure. But again, also don't hesitate to comment in the chat about whatever you like. I do respond to all. It's the advantage of being a small-time guy. But again, if you think I'm worthy, I will humbly accept that subscription. It is free. You don't have to pay a thing, I promise. Shohei Ohtani, in the last 19 games, batting .342, 11 home runs, 22 RBIs, OPS of 1285. You are the only Pirates channel. Really? There's no way. Are you serious? That's actually sad. Now you're breaking my heart. Now I'm going to do it tomorrow then. I work late tomorrow. Here's the first pitch. Down and inside. And I know the Pirates play the Reds at around noon. All right. I might do it. We'll see. We'll see. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be inside. Ball 2. to Shohei Ohtani. Thanks for trying. I'll still try, Sean. Don't worry. Again, Ohtani batting 312, 17 home runs, 31 RBIs on the year. As here is the 2-0, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. Is Will Howard going to start for you guys this year? I don't know if Will Howard will start. I still think Rogers is going to sign. I really want him to sign by the end of the week because I think OTAs are very soon. As Ohtani hits this to left, but it doesn't look like that's going to find anything else but a glove, as that's out number 1. Will Howard, I don't know. I hope he beats out Mason Rudolph, but even if he is better than Mason Rudolph, Tomlin's going to start freaking Rudolph. So it's not looking great for the Steelers. So, yeah, GG's another 9-8, 10-7 incoming, or first round exit, whatever. Mookie Betts is going to come to the plate here, batting .263 on the year, OPS of .794, as that's going to be taken for a called strike. Mookie again, .263, 8 home runs, 30 RBIs, OPS of .795. Nelson begins the windup and the pitch. That's inside for ball 1. 1-1 count to Mookie Betts, who's, I guess, struggling a little bit this year compared to what he normally does. That's right down the middle, strike 2. One and 2 count, Betts stepping in. Nelson delivers the 1-2, and this one is going to be hit to right, and that's going to drop in front of Carroll. So Betts is going to get on with the 1-out single here in the bottom of the first. And, of course, you go from one superstar to another and to another, as that's going to bring up Freddie Freeman, who is, wow, he's batting .368. OPS of 1088. That's actually insane. I did not know that. Freddie Freeman still finding a way to hit really well in a where everyone's throwing 95 plus. Here's the first pitch. That's in the dirt. Ball 1. Hey, it's going to be a good night. Well, I'll definitely keep you company until this game is over. Nick, of course, probably on that night shift. So shout out Nick and all those that work the night shift. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be high for ball 2. 2-0 count again. Freddie Freeman batting .368, 9 home runs, 34 RBIs. In his last 23 games, he's batting .423. That is just insane. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be outside ball 3. 3-0 count to Freddie Freeman, who is just, again, just a great start to the year. Here's the 3-0, and Freeman lines this down the right field line, but that one is foul. Three and 1 count. Freddie Freeman is a crusher. He is indeed. Crushed that one down the right field line. Always seemingly just one of the better hitters year in and year out, as that one's going to be fouled back. So from 3-0 to 3-2, Nelson looking to limit this to just Betts. Nelson just not liking the signs. Now he's going to go ahead and set and deliver, and Freeman is staying alive. So the count remains at 3-2. 3-2 count here for Freddie Freeman. Nelson sets and delivers, and Freddie Freeman again just staying alive. So a little bit of a battle here. He went from 3-0 to the last, 4 pitches here just being all strikes, of course, foul balls. Be cool to have a hitter like Freddie Freeman on the Pirates. That will probably never happen. Here is the 3-2, and Freddie Freeman lines it to second. What a catch! Throws to first for the double play. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. Ketel Marte with an amazing grab. And, of course, Betts was caught in between trying to rush back. Marte throws it out at first. What a play by Ketel Marte. He is disciplined, but I'm surprised he was swinging 3-0. Yeah, it was high and in. I guess he really liked what he saw, as I will go to the Giants-Royals again, seeing what's going on there. And that's another commercial. So they are at the end of 2. Sorry, Sean, I've tried. Just one of those things where these games are in sync. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate everyone that does subscribe, everyone that comments. You know, it's pretty cool to talk to you guys. Sean, I've talked to you before, obviously. Philip, I think back-to-back nights here. Pretty cool. And Nick usually stops by for the most part, almost every time. It's really cool. Got to know him, again, working that night shift. I never worked a night shift, but I worked late hours and inconsistent hours. There'd be times where I'm getting off at 2, 3 a.m., then there'd be times where I'm going in at 4 a.m., so I can never relate to him, but I understand a little bit. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I cover random baseball games. It's been mostly Pirates, but I don't know. The Pirates just, with all this high scoring, I feel like I should let someone else really enjoy covering the Pirates, as I will venture off possibly to other things. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow I do Pirates-Reds Game 3, unsure. But if you like football, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I am going to be doing college and the NFL this fall, obviously in August, whenever it starts. And I do a little bit of UFL. It is pretty hard to break through, though, because everyone loves doing football. And I understand. I love football myself, but I'm still going to try to give it a shot whenever I can. I am unfortunately working Saturday and Sunday. We'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to do those games. Friday is a maybe, as here's the first pitch to Naylor. That's going to be outside ball 1. Thunder are up by 6 in the third quarter. Okay, what do you think is the greatest? Who do you think? Ooh, to be honest, I mean, I don't know. Nick, if you're listening, I think there might be a question for you, as that's going to be outside ball 2. I don't really know much about the Diamondbacks, really just on the top of my head, I think of Randy Johnson. As far as the history, I guess they were founded in the 90s. Here's the 2-0. Naylor gets under this one and pops it up, and Kim is going to make the catch for out number 1. I don't know. I'm leaning Randy Johnson. I'm sure there's others, though, that are really good. Going for the series win tomorrow, yeah. Probably be another 1-0 game, or losing 1-10. There's really no in between. That's going to bring up Gabriel Moreno, the catcher. He is batting .264, OPS of .695. Though his career against the Dodgers, batting .312, an OPS of .895. Two home runs and 12 RBIs to go along with that .264 batting average. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be sliced foul. Randy Johnson. Honestly, let's see. I don't know if I can search by WAR. Let's just look at Arizona. Maybe I can look at it. I always like looking. I'm learning. You guys teach me. All-time 12 players. Look at this right here. So Johnson, look at that, ranking number 1. Paul Goldschmidt, Brandon Webb, Luis Gonzalez, Ketel Marte, Kurt Schilling, Zach Gallen, A.J. Pollock. Here's the 0-2. Almost takes his head off. Moreno ducking out of the way. Oh, my goodness. Zach Greinke at 9. Steve Finley, David Peralta, and Christian Walker. Really, Christian Walker. I don't know. I'm leaning Randy Johnson, to be honest with you. Here's the 1-2. That's in the dirt for ball 2. Schilling and Luis Gonzalez. Well, yeah, they were on that list. Schilling was down here. Gonzalez, Where was he at? Right here, yeah. It's doable. I mean, it's definitely the argument's there. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be inside ball 3. Yeah, when I think of Curt Schilling, I do think of him in Boston. 3-2 count. I would probably still go Randy Johnson. I lead Randy, I would say. He's the first one I thought of. It's the 3-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. That is a Dr. Delay strikeout. There you go. Advertisement right there. All right, 2 away here in the top of the second. That's going to bring up, I can't remember if it's Pavin or Pavin. Pavin Smith? I can't remember. I'm sorry. 306 batting average, 929 OPS. That's going to be outside ball 1. 4 home runs, 11 RBIs to go along with that 306 average. 8 for 16 against the Dodgers this year. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside ball 2. Yamamoto using the fastball a lot. 10 fastballs out of the 27 pitches. Opponent batting average last year against the fastball, 266. This year, 189. Really solid turnaround there. Oh, that's a nice breaking ball in there for a called strike on the outside corner. When do you think of Johnson? What team do you... I think of, honestly, I just think of the Diamondbacks, to be honest with you. Here is the 2-1. That's going to be fouled back. Strike 2. But again, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not really a diehard. They play for the Yankees, right? I mean, they're Seattle. Play for the Yankees a little bit. Actually, he played for Seattle more than Arizona. So I see what you're saying. I can see your argument. Fair enough. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be high and inside, almost hitting him there. And, of course, we look at Luis. Played Arizona 8, Houston at 7. Here's the 3-2. This is going to be ripped to the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, who's going to toss it to Yamamoto for out number 3. So very quick there as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Your score 0-0. And I want to try the Giants one more time. See if we can get here. I always love to hear John Miller. John Miller is just... Another commercial. I'm sorry, Sean. I've tried. That's 3 strikes there. I'm sorry. I tried. They're in the middle of the third. So it looks like I will stay here. And probably a little bit later, if it just starts, the game is like 0-0, then I will probably be looking for another little thing to look at. Montreal Expos. Did he play for the Montreal Expos? Anyway, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a bunch of random games, and tonight's random game is the Diamondbacks and Dodgers. So if you're just a fan of the MLB or fan of whatever, just talking sports, then hit that subscribe button. Again, I do plan on doing football in the fall. I think that'll be very fun. I'm just such a big football fan, and I love the sport. I really do. I don't like what it is really right now with how the NFL changing all the freaking rules and all that stuff. It's just quality of play is bad. But anyway, I'm still going to love it. I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to call it. Hopefully, I'll see you there. And again, don't hesitate to comment or chat, whatever you want to do. I do read all comments. You're welcome. You're welcome. He started there and got traded for Mark Langston. What a trade that must have been. I've never heard of Mark Langston. Maybe he was good. Maybe he wasn't. I just wouldn't know. When it comes to baseball history, I am very limited. I will not lie to you guys. Doctor, how do you feel about the dance Freeman started and kept doing in last year's post? Well, I couldn't tell you what that dance was, to be honest with you. Let me look it up. Here is the first pitch to Will Smith. That's going to be very high for ball 1. Freeman. Freddie Freeman's got moves. Okay, we'll definitely look at that. Here is the 1-0 to Freeman. Smith, that's going to be in there, a called strike. Oh, what the heck? All right. After my personal honest review, I wouldn't do that dance personally. I think that's like a Fortnite dance. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside ball 2. Freeman is a cheerleader. Something you'd probably see on a Friday night watching football somewhere. The cheerleaders doing that. 339 batting average, 4 home runs, 24 RBIs. As this one is popped up. It looks like Thomas is going to be there to make the catch for out number 1. So one away here for the Dodgers, and that's going to bring up Max Muncy, who's, I think he's playing a little bit better. I know the stats are going to say it, but I think I saw him earlier in the year, and he was not looking good. Okay, so yes, his last 21 games, 379 on base percentage, batting 205, 3 home runs on the year. Here is the pitch, and Muncy hits this to right, but it's right at Carroll for out number 2. Yeah, no, I would not do that dance. I don't care if I'm making as much money as him and have no shame. There's no way I do that. I can probably think of other things I could do when I'm really happy, but probably not that. Andy Paje is batting 289 home runs, 27 RBIs, OPS of 827, and this one's going to be hit to third. Oh, what a play! Throws to first. What a snag. Oh, my goodness. That's not the normal third baseman for the D-backs. Who was that? Lawler. Jordan Lawler with the nice glove. And a nice throw to get him out there. So we head to the top of the third. It is 0-0. He looks like he's been living in L.A. too long with that dance. Well, yeah, yeah, probably. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do call random games, and this is tonight's random game. Hopefully, you like what you see, and I earned that subscribe button. Also, again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing football pretty much as soon as August hits, late August, the first week 0, I'll be doing a game or two, depending on how it goes that day. Then definitely week 1 for both college and NFL. That's when it starts for real, and I will be all in. Hopefully I see you guys there. Who's my most hated team? Well, if you're okay, I'm assuming you're probably talking about baseball. Baseball, I used to really hate the Braves, just because my dad taught me to hate the Braves because what they did to the franchise before I was born. I don't really hate the Braves anymore. It doesn't really matter to me. I do not like the Brewers, but again, we haven't really been I don't know. We haven't really been competitive as a Pirates fan. So the Brewers, again, I'd like to hate them, but we're not really a threat. It may be one of the teams that I'm covering. I kind of have a little disdain for a certain team here tonight. I also don't like the Astros, and I don't like the Rangers. And the Yankees, not a fan of the Yankees either. So maybe a slight disdain for a team playing tonight, but that's fine. I'll still call it down the middle, as that one's going to be right down the middle for strike 1. This is Geraldo Perdomo batting .302, 6 home runs, 37 RBIs. This is going to be ground ball to second. Kim is there and throws on the first for out number 1. So, yeah, I would say there's 3 teams in the AL I don't like, and then 1 team in the NL that I just, I'm not a fan of. I couldn't tell you a most hated team, though, because, I don't know, I just don't. Baseball, I don't live it and I don't live and breathe it and all that. I do like it. It's not like my passion, though. Here is Thomas, and that's going to be in there, called strike. Do you love calling games? So do you love watching the game? And I have bought MLB The Show more than I probably should have in my life, but I really enjoy playing the game. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be chopped foul. 0-2 count. How about football? Oof. Well, I mean, I live to hate on the Cowboys. I live to hate on the Cowboys. Little batter timeout, by the way, if you guys are wondering. I will be calling this game. I'm not going to get distracted by the questions. I will answer the questions because I do enjoy just chatting with you guys, but I will call the game. Yeah, no, 100% the Cowboys. I love it. Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt, ball one. I live in Texas, so you can probably hear the little accent, which is really disgusting to me, being born in Pennsylvania, and I've developed to be this lazy southern accent. But here's the 1-2. Thomas sends this one foul. But yeah, everyone around here is a Cowboys fan, and I hear how about them Cowboys way too much. It's a real thing. And yeah, no, whenever the Cowboys lose, I let them know because they usually lose every big game they play. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. But and I understand where the Steelers are, but I've seen my team win 2 Super Bowls, okay? If you're a Cowboys fan younger than me, which I'm 28, you've literally never seen it unless it's been on Madden or NFL 2K if you're that old. You've never seen it before. Live and in person. So that's going to bring up Lawler had the really nice play in the bottom of the second. Here is the pitch. That's going to be down low, ball one. I hate the Cowboys. Also, I love when they lose. Yeah, honestly, it's gotten to the point since the Steelers have been so bad that I look forward to the Cowboys' loss more than I do the Steelers' win, and that's going to be inside ball two. 2 pitches, very easy to lay off here for Lawler. I don't know if that's good or not, but I legit hate the Cowboys. And again, I do not like the Browns, Bengals, or Ravens either. That's going to be the AFC North teams either. But, yeah, no, I cannot stand the Cowboys. 2-1 count here to Lawler, looking for his first hit of the season. And that's going to be outside ball 3. I'm actually curious, how many at-bats does Lawler have? Lawler has 4 hits in his MLB career. He only has 8 at-bats this year, so. Here is the 3-1. That's going to be chopped foul. How about you guys? You guys asking me all these questions. Who do you guys not like? Who's your most hated team in MLB, NFL? Even if you're not part of the conversation, feel free to chat. Feel free to talk. It's always fun. 3-2 count. Yamamoto steps back and delivers. Oh, they rung him up on the inside corner. What a pitch by Yamamoto to freeze Lawler. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Your score is still 0-0. Sean, you hate Miami. Interesting. Sean, it might be obvious. You probably have told me before. Who are your favorite teams? Oh, by the way, are you referencing the Dolphins or the Marlins? I don't know if I've ever met anyone that's hated the Marlins. That would be pretty interesting. New England? Well, yeah, I used to not like New England, but now it's like, well, they're done. But yeah, my childhood ruined because of the Patriots. By the way, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. It's commercial break. Don't you freaking say, like, why aren't you calling the game? It's commercial. But yeah, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a bunch of random baseball games. Tonight's game, Diamondbacks, Dodgers. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you're not able to watch it, well, that's why I'm here. I'm covering for you. Again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing all football pretty much at the end of August to whenever it ends in February. I'll be all football, especially after the MLB season ends in September. So I'll be doing all the action or trying to do as much, of like the Tuesday night, Wednesday night stuff college football has. Won't be obviously the most exciting college teams, but it's still going to be pretty neat regardless. You hate the Lambs, the Rams. You hate the Rams, but you want to call them Lambs. That's fair. I'm assuming you're referring to the Rams. But Sean, if you could again, if you're a Steelers fan, then I'm sorry. I guess I forgot. But like, what is your favorite team? I actually don't recall. Cardinals, Rams. Yeah, that's I mean NL West, NFC West. Here's the first pitch to Conforto. That's going to be a called strike. 0-1 count. He's batting 168 on the year, 577 OPS. That's going to be inside for ball one. My sound is going out every few seconds. That might be why people are leaving. Interesting. Hold on. Okay. Well, just let me, if you could, and I really apologize. Can you let me know if it happens again? I did lower the filters. So that's probably why people are getting sick of me. I got you. 1-2 count here. If it continues, then I don't know what I'm going to do. Because, yeah, this mic has been showing some problems as of late. That's why I hold it. I would ideally not even have to hold it, but it's been having problems. That's going to be outside ball two. 2-2 count to Conforto. Nelson from the stretch delivers. That's going to be swung on and missed. He struck him out. Conforto's struggles will continue, as that's going to bring up Kike Hernandez, batting .229, OPS of 775. Yeah, I don't know what's. I wonder if I could go to my Discord and then actually have this, because that's actually just, I was actually in a party chat before I joined here. That's a swing and a miss, strike one. Yeah, we hear like 2/3 of the sentence and miss a third. Really? What the heck? Is it still happening? That's not good. What the heck? 0-1 count. That's going to be down low for ball one. I'm going to have to review the footage, I would say. 1-1 count. You hear me, Lima Charlie? 1-1 count. That's going to be down low, ball two. Hopefully it's good now. I did lower, or made sure that it'll catch more sounds now. I can still, I guess. And Hernandez hits it hard to center, but Thomas is there to make the catch for out number two. Nick, can you hear him completely? I hope so. I guess I kind of feel bad about this, Sean, but I hope it's you that's having the problems. I'm just saying. I mean, if I have to invest in a new mic, I guess. I really don't want to invest much more into this until I actually, somehow make money from this, which a long way away. That's going to be outside ball one. Already invested a decent amount. Kim batting .400. OPS of 946. That's going to be in there for a call strike. Well, I am a little concerned. I mean, I don't know if people just weren't liking me or whatnot, but I was at 10 and then all of a sudden it dropped. So I feel like there is some truth to what Sean is saying. Here's the 1-1 that is swung on and missed. Strike two. All right, well, I'll see you. See you soon, Sean. Nelson begins the stretch and delivers. That is outside ball two. Nelson about to walk off there, just outside though. 2-2 count. Oh my gosh, my boys. Nelson delivers the 2-2. This is going to be hit to second. He throws on to first for out number 3. So we head to the top of the fourth, and it's still 0-0 with these high-powered offenses. That's kind of shocking. I'm not even going to lie. It's like the Pirates are playing the Pirates right now. No offense, Nick. I know you probably hated that. I mean, I just assumed, that these teams would be putting up the points. I mean, you look at what they've done. Again, the Dodgers, 277 runs. Really solid through, what's that? Just under 50 games, 48 games. And then the D-backs at 252. I mean, they are two of the higher scoring teams. And we're at 0-0. Of course, again, baseball's so random. Anything can happen. Sounds better. Sorry. No, you're good, man. Hey, I appreciate you looking out for me. I mean, you made me check everything. Everything seemed okay, but, I still made the adjustment regardless. And, again, I do appreciate it. But, again, if you're not subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it. I do a bunch of random baseball games. Tonight's game, Diamondbacks and Dodgers. And we'll say, again, I was going to do Giants, but, some things happened. And I could have done A's, Angels, but obviously Nick is a big D-backs fan, so pretty much tiebreaker will go to, like, the subscribers that are, like, more outspoken about who they like, and if you're in the chat. So that's just a hint to you guys if you're a fan of a team, and I'll keep that more in my mind. Like, okay, well, if I'm doing a random game, then I may do those, more likely to. So just keep that in mind. Again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be having, I think we'll have a great time for football season. Probably have a lot of arguments, as, again, I think differently than most when it comes to football opinions and stuff like that. That's because most are indeed wrong. As we head to the top of the fourth here, and Carroll's going to be up at the plate. I'm just kind of kidding. Half kidding, by the way, guys. I missed your question earlier. It was what is your favorite NFL team? I honestly have forgotten. If you did tell me, I do apologize 100%. I do not recall. That's going to be down low, ball one. Again, Carroll batting .277, 14 home runs, 32 RBIs on the year. He's a little guy, but he has power. That's going to be a breaking ball on the outside. Strike one. May have just gotten a piece of that. 1-1 count. 0-0. It's flying by right now. Not much action. Carroll. Chopper to the pitcher, but that may have went off Carroll. So I think, so it went off Carroll's foot. So we're going to have to do it again. That was definitely going to be a easy out had it not. As we look at the replay here, Carroll swings, ball hits the foot. Foot does move up and down. Jets! Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'll see you week one then, Sean. Holy crap. I think that's probably a given week one. The first game of the day, I will be doing Steelers-Jets. Ground ball to short. Throws on to first as Carroll was hustling down the line. Betts had to make a really good throw, and he did. For out number one. Yeah, Steelers-Jets week one. Possible Justin Fields versus Rodgers. That'll be interesting. And that's going to bring up Ketel Marte. Had a really nice defensive play earlier with the double play. Oh, that was a really great play. Yamamoto delivers. That's going to be outside ball one. So that's why you hate. Surprisingly, you didn't say the Bills. You said Miami and New England, but not the Bills. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be outside ball two. Is it because maybe the Jets-Bills just, you guys were always, when you were up, they were down, and I don't know. Is it kind of like vice versa there when, I don't know. I wouldn't know. 2-0 count. That's going to be inside ball three. I kind of feel the same way about, like, the Browns. I don't know, but the Browns were always bad forever. But literally, I just don't like them because literally Twitter and their fans are so obnoxious. Yeah, it's insane. Here's the 3-0. That's a big swing and a miss on a ball. That would have been ball four. So Marte kind of saving Yamamoto there from a 4-pitch walk. Yamamoto steps back and delivers the 3-1. That's going to be taken for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. So it would have been a 4-pitch walk, but now Yamamoto has made it a full count. Yamamoto delivers the 3-2. That's going to be sliced foul. That was a very defensive swing. That was just kind of like a karate chop. My voice is cracking up again. I'm sorry. Grew up with more Bills games and liked watching them too. Soft spot in the heart for Bills Sabres. Okay, so you just like Buffalo. Soft spot for Buffalo. Fair enough. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be ball 4, as that is below the knees. So the D-backs, I believe that's their first base runner of the day. And that's going to bring up Gurriel. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, I'm not, just out of curiosity. I don't really talk to many Jets fans here, so this is a good opportunity for me. What are your thoughts on Justin Fields? How do you feel about that signing? That's going to be down below the strike zone for strike 1. Gurriel spun around, couldn't believe it. So 0-1 count to Gurriel. They're going to show the replay here. That was below the strike zone, but getting a call. And I am watching the Dodgers broadcast. I was going to watch the Diamondbacks, but I don't know why. I was just having problems on my end. So here I am watching the Dodgers. So 0-2 count. Plus, that scoreboard, honestly, is really nice. I do like the Dodgers scoreboard. 0-2 count to Gurriel. That's going to be in the strike zone for ball 1. So it looks like there's a little trade there. I'll give you one, you give me one type of thing here. One and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Gurriel chops this one foul. I was invested in the Jets when Parcells was there with Keyshawn and that wide receiver corpse. Wayne, it's like Trebet. I remember from like NFL 2K1. I just don't remember much. I know he was a white receiver, and that's all I remember. 1 and 2 count. Swung on it, missed. He struck him out. So that's 2 away here for the Diamondbacks with Marte, of course, walking. And that's going to bring up Josh Naylor batting .298, OPS of .814. Favorite player ever. Must have been pretty cool. I don't know. I just, again, I do feel bad. I am, I guess, younger than you guys. I feel like I'm old, but Wayne Trebet. I think it's Wayne Trebet. 0-1 count. That one is fouled back. Let's see. Early 2000s Jets. Who do they have? Like Vinny Testaverde? I don't really remember. Lucas? Is there a Lucas? I'm just trying to think. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit to third. Throws to first for out number 3. So nothing doing there for the Diamondbacks as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Your score 0-0. No, you're good, Nick. I mean, I knew who it was. I just I couldn't remember how to pronounce it. 5'10", 180, wide receiver, walk-on undrafted from Hofstra. Yeah, sounds like a Bill Parcells, Bill Belichick guy. I guess that's where Belichick got his stuff from, was Parcells. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. This is what I do. I call a game. I'll chat in sports with the comment section. It's always fun, especially when the comment section is live. I would say this is pretty lively tonight. I do appreciate you guys as we get ready for football season. I know it's still months away, but I am ready to go. I love football so much. And yeah, but again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. I think you will not regret it, as I'll be here every Saturday and Sunday, guaranteed. And then during the week, of course, when baseball season's still going on in September, I'll still do baseball games. But then after that, we're doing college football. He was awesome. Okay. And Ray Lucas was the backup. Okay. Yeah, I just don't really remember. I know you guys had in the 2000s, Kellen Clemens, right? Yeah, Chad Pennington. That's okay. Yeah, Chad Pennington. I don't know why I couldn't think of Chad Pennington. Yeah, Chad Pennington was kind of cool. Got rid of him for Brett Favre. That's tough. I mean, I understand the risk. I get it. But I don't know. I guess hindsight is 2020, of course. If you're a Dodgers fan, I don't know if there's many Dodgers fans here, but first 40,000 fans in attendance get a Sandy Koufax jersey. So pretty much just go to the game, you get one. Meanwhile, for the Pirates, their stuff is first 100 fans get this. I'm like, okay. Ohtani is up at the plate as he now faces an 0-1 count as that one is fouled back. Chad Pennington took over, richest guy name ever. Yeah, I'm here in Phoenix. 0-1 count. Chad Pennington. Yeah, it does sound like a upper class individual. That's going to be a 1-1 count. Chad Pennington, Marshall legend with Randy Moss. Chad Pennington probably would have had success in today's NFL with how the short passing is. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Ohtani doesn't like that. Didn't like the call, it seemed like. I'm not too sure. Willie Stargell bobblehead for the first 50 fans. Yeah, no, that is exactly right. That is exactly right. Oh, man. It's so sad what's happening in Pittsburgh. Just for every sport, really. Here is the 1-2. That's going to be outside ball two. At least the hockey team fired their coach. So they're trying to make a step in the right direction. But, the Steelers, obviously. And then the College of Pitt. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit to second. Oh, nice play by Marte. Throws to first. Ohtani gave up, just slowly jogging for out number one. Nelson's looking really solid. I mean, look at his ERA. Okay, what am I doing? It's now a 4.55. I believe it was in the low fives to start this one. First 50 fans, so everybody in the crowd. Exactly, Sean. Full house. All 50 in the stadium get the bobblehead, as that one's going to be right down the middle to Betts for strike one. Betts is 1-for-1 on the night, batting .267, OPS of .802. He actually has the only hit in the game so far for both teams. Nelson delivers the 0-1. That's going to be high for ball one. One and one count to Betts. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball two. Sean, were you whenever you guys got Rodgers, how did you feel about it? Were you pretty excited about it? And I guess you were just bummed out it didn't work out, or were you just no, I know this isn't going to work out at all, and proven right as Betts hits this one to left. But, what a sliding catch as he hits the wall, and he's a little slow to get up. I believe that's Gurriel. Lourdes Gurriel with a nice sliding catch down the left field line, hustling full speed, sliding into the wall, and his right shoulder did hit a little bit. I see that's probably why he was slow to get up, or maybe he was just being dramatic. But what a catch by Gurriel. Nelson appreciates it, as that's now 2 away here for the Dodgers, and that's going to bring up Freddie Freeman, batting .365 on the year. That's just really good. Here's the first pitch. That's outside ball one. Please tell me, is it hurt? Doesn't look like it. Was slow to get up, but I think he was just playing it up for everyone. You know how it is with pro athletes. They'll hit the wall and they're probably fine, but just got to make it look like, I put my body on the line. I think he's fine. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside ball, too. They haven't even shown him since, so I mean, if he was, like, grimacing, I imagine they would show him. That was a heck of a play, though. Full speed. Sliding into the warning track on the left foul line. If Freeman hits this, that's going to get down. Thomas, though, hustling to cut it. Freeman's actually going to go to second. Throws the cutoff, and he is safe. And I just saw the dance. Wow. I did not need to see that. I'm not going to lie. Sean may have ruined my life. Oh, my gosh. Why? I've seen it twice now in my life, and they both came in the same night. And I don't know. I feel like my life was a lot better before today's game because I didn't see that dance. They're actually going to slow this down. That was actually a really good. I mean, he threw it to the cutoff man, and it was a nice throw to second. Please cut away. All right, good. Yeah. Excited but cautiously. Jets are such losers. Just about everything goes wrong. Ooh, I do feel a little bad. But, yeah, I mean, it does seem like the Jets just can't seem to get out of their own way. Of course, there's that story. I don't know if you believe it or not about the grandson being like the GM, getting all his stuff from Madden. As that one's in the dirt for ball two. This is Will Smith. Not the Fresh Prince, but the catcher. Batting .336, OPS of .947. I thought Rodgers was going to do some good for the Jets. I did too. I was like, okay, you know, I'd like to see the Jets. I thought that division was going to be really good. That's going to be right down the middle for strike one. Obviously, you know, the Bills are going to be all right. And I was really high on the Dolphins. You know, I do like just their high-powered offense. Even with Tua, I think Tua's all right. But their weapons. And then, of course, I like Mike McDaniel as a play caller, maybe not as a leader of men, as that one's a swing and a miss, strike two. But, yeah, I thought the Jets were – I think I picked them to win the division last year. So that's my whoops from last year's predictions. And then the other one, I guess, but I feel like most people had the Niners doing really well. I had them, I think, probably, 13-4, just not missing a beat. And, yeah. They did. They did a lot. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be inside ball three. 3-2 count. Runner on second. That is Freeman. Fortnite Freeman. Freeman Fortnite. Just that is just that's a dance that really doesn't need to exist, especially by him. And Smith is going to hit this one. That's going to get down. Looks like Fortnite Freeman is going to score. Smith is running to second. So they're going to trade places. Smith does the same thing. Oh, my goodness. I've seen it 3 times tonight now. And that's 3 times more than my previous 28 and a half years of living on this planet. It actually is 28 and a half, actually, in one day now. That's crazy. Oh, yes, we love dancing that way. They are very unpredictable. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just would have assumed the Niners would have been good. I think they'll be back, though. I think the Niners will probably be fine again. So this will bring up Muncie. That's in the dirt for ball one. So the Dodgers now 1-0. Just like that, too. It had looked like, I mean, he was just going to get out of this inning, no problem. Then back-to-back hits there. Put the Dodgers on the board. 1-0 count. Nelson looking back at Smith. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Yeah, Sean. Well, hey, thanks for at least letting me know. You kind of gave me a heads up. Because had I seen that live, I don't know. That would have been weird. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be in. He checked his swing, did not go. By live, I mean for the first time. That's what I mean. 2-1 count to Muncie. Are the Dodgers your most hated team now after the 3 dance? I mean, they may have clinched that number 1 spot here tonight. They may have. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 3. Again, I really don't like the Yankees. And, of course, living in Texas, you hear all these Astros and Rangers fans. Rangers fans all of a sudden popping up out of nowhere last few years because, you know, the World Series and stuff like that. And the Astros, I remember in the 2000s or the 2010s, hold on one second, here's the 3-1. That's going to be ball 4. So Nelson, who had been elite, I would say, for the first 3 2/3 innings, has surrendered a double, and a walk, as Nelson's going to get a visit here. But yeah, I feel like it switches around here. Again, bandwagon is it's crazy here in Southeast Texas. Like growing up when the Astros were the Disastros and the Lastros, Rangers fans everywhere, especially the Rangers going to the World Series for, I think, 2 years in the early 2010s. And then, you know, the Astros won the World Series in 2017. A lot of Astros fans, oh, yeah, Astros fans. I'm pretty sure I saw you in a Rangers jersey, bud. And then now it's like, oh, yeah, Rangers. I've always been Rangers. I'm like, okay. All right, so you're just a flip-flop. Again, it's kind of like that, like all the Saints fans in this area, because we live so close to Louisiana, they're all now Texans fans. So, whatever, because, you know, people are self-aware about the Cowboys. So they went to the Saints. Oh, I love Drew Brees. Oh, yeah, I've loved them since Archie Manning. Yeah, you weren't alive for Archie Manning. Okay. And then, yeah, now the Texans have shown that they're pretty good. And they are. They're not a bad team. And the Saints are trash. And all of a sudden, Texans fans everywhere. As there's runners on first and second, Page's chopper to third. Throws on to first for out number 3. So the mound visit works, but not before the Dodgers are able to put one on the board thanks to the Will Smith double. No thanks. I just saw it. Why are they showing the replay? As they show the hit and then they show the dance. That was unnecessary. So we're heading to the top of the 5th. Dodgers up 1-0. COVID saved the Astros because the stealing side scandal just broke and they went away because COVID pumped up. Yeah, because they didn't really. There was no punishment. Like there wasn't like a serious punishment for the Astros. Yeah, that was just a weird time. I definitely think. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have. It's a tough one because I have a Dodgers friend that thinks that it should have went to the Dodgers. Like, okay, well, Astros cheated. It goes to the Dodgers. No, Dodgers still lost. But, I don't know. I guess you should just vacate the entire year. I don't know. It's a tough one. But if you like what you see, guys, hit that subscribe button. I am a casual baseball guy that calls baseball games. Hopefully I do good enough to earn that subscription. But I am a diehard football fan that calls football games whenever football season is coming around. So hopefully I'll see you there for that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Again, we're just talking about football earlier. Now we're talking about how the Astros and Dodgers may be the most despicable teams in MLB. I don't know. Probably not, but, well, maybe they were. I'm just a hater, I guess. Just talk about whatever you like, though, in the comments. I do read all comments, or try to as much as possible. For the D-backs, they don't have a hit tonight. They do have a walk from Marte, but Moreno, Smith, and Perdomo are due up in the top of the 5th. Very fast-moving game. Only an hour, and we're already at the 5th inning as first pitch to Moreno. And Moreno's going to pop up. And Muncy is there to make the catch for out number 1. That one was up there for a good bit. So 1 pitch, 1 out, and that's going to bring up Pavin Smith batting .303, OPS of .922. Yamamoto looking really solid. Again, hasn't allowed a hit. Yamamoto delivers, and that's going to be taken for a called strike. I imagine he was taken there. Again, the 1 pitch, 1 out. You don't want to. He's looking really efficient with the pitch count. 64 pitches as of here in the top of the fifth. Yamamoto delivers the 0-1. That's in the dirt for ball one. Hello, Trisk. How's it going? Just got back from a tennis match, and the Dodgers may be despicable me, but they will have Skeen's contract by August 1st. Sorry. Yeah, you're probably right. We'll just take $500 million in cash. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed on a ball way up there. Up towards his neck. Yoshinobu Yamamoto with the second worst NL run support in the league, 2.29. I wonder who the first is. Maybe it's a guy we just talked about that plays in Pittsburgh. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be in the dirt, ball two. Paul Skeens very likely to be a Dodger, I would say. Any one of the big markets. Because he wants to win, and he ain't winning in Pittsburgh, which is going to break my heart. Here's the 2-2, and that one is fouled down the left side. That's going to be foul. Two and two count. Yamamoto looking around. Steps back. And delivers the 2-2. Called strike three, a delayed call. But he decided to ring him up. That one was just on the outside corner. May have gotten a piece of the plate. Man, I tell you, Smith didn't like that call at all. That's going to bring up Perdomo. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Again, most people are 0 for 1 or 0 for 2. Batting .301, .886 OPS. That's going to be a breaking ball high, or low, pardon me, for ball one. Is Skeens better than Cole was? Yes. Yes, he is. Definitely better. The ownership would take that $500 million and invest it in marketing. That's going to be in the dirt, ball two. Oh, I know that. But yes, no, Paul Skeens, I would say, has been better than Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole was told, and I'm not even kidding, he was told to pitch to contact, which kind of literally, I mean, he's a power pitcher. He wants to get the strikeouts. And he did get 200-something one year, and he went 19-8 or something like that in one of the years with us. But I don't know. It seemed like he couldn't pitch the way he wanted to. That's going to be outside ball three. And then obviously Cole leaves Pittsburgh and becomes an all-star because now he's going for the strikeouts. He's trying to blow it by you. In Pittsburgh, that's not what we did. Here's the 3-0. That's going to be a called strike. But yes, I would say Skeens was better, or is better in Pittsburgh than Garrett Cole was. And Garrett Cole was great. He was fantastic. Loved Garrett Cole. He was an ace. But never really reached his full potential because of that pitch for contact as Perdomo's jammed to left field. And that is going to be out number 3. So Yamamoto threw 5 and all zeros there in the runs, hits, and errors for the Diamondbacks. Look at that. So we had at the bottom of the 5th. Dodgers up 1-0. You're watching me on Dr. Delay. Again, hopefully you like what you see, folks. Hit that subscribe button if you do. If you're just a sports fan in general, then this is the channel for you. Yeah, I would say that's pretty much it. Not really much else to add. I can only repeat so much before even I get tired of it. Let's see here. I'll come back with my self-promotion sooner or later. Have yet to do the MLB roundup or wrap-up or whatever. So again, the Pirates did win 1-0 today. It's the only way they can win if they shut out the other opponent. Phillies up 7-3 over the Rockies in the bottom of the 9th. So the Rockies will be 8-40 after today. That is just insane. White Sox up 1-0 over the Mariners in the top of the 8th. Giants up 3-1 over the Royals in the bottom of the 5th. Athletics up 4-1 over the Angels in the top of the 5th. Let's see, Dodgers again. They're up here. We're watching that. Cubs defeated the Marlins today 14-1. 21 hits for the Cubs. Oh my goodness. Red Sox defeat the Mets 2-0. Nationals over the Braves 5-3. Rays over the Astros 3-2. Yankees over the Rangers 5-2. Blue Jays over the Padres 3-0. Brewers over the Orioles 5-2. Tigers over the Cardinals 5-4. That is what's happening around MLB. And yeah, I think the Rockies would still take 2 from. Yeah, no, that's actually, I said that earlier. I think the Rockies would too. The Rockies play the Pirates now. Rockies would take 2 or 3, possibly sweep. But yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button as Nelson begins the bottom of the 5th facing Conforto. Conforto, ground ball to second. He's going to throw on to first for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 away here for the Dodgers. That's going to bring up Kike Hernandez. He's batting .227, OPS of .767. That is most likely a Trisk question. Trisk Hideka, you're up. Who was the better closer, Bill Landrum or Stan Belinda? So Trisk can probably answer that one for you, but if he can't, I will do the research right here, right now. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be in there, a called strike. Juan Murillo is warming up in the bullpen for the D-backs. And Nelson's only at 62 pitches, but again, he did have a rough inning last inning. That's going to be high, ball 1. It was starting off so great, and then allowed a double to Freeman. Will Smith doubled, not the Fresh Prince, I promise. So he scored, and then Muncy walked, but then Pages was able to ground out. 1-1 is going to be fouled back for strike 2. Maybe Trisk is not going to answer. I may be forced to do a Google research real quick. That's fine with me. You'll have to give me a few seconds, though. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 2. It's like Trisk did. Stan Belinda was better, even if his historical stats don't show it. There you go, Sean. Any Pirates questions from the 90s, late 90s to pre that pretty much? That would be Trisk. 70s and through 90s would be him. Ground ball to third. Lawler throws to first for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Dodgers. That's going to bring up Kim, batting .389, OPS of .921. As I heard K-pop. Understood. He is from South Korea after all. 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That's going to be high for ball 1. When Belinda came in, we had a 5 out of 6 chance of holding on a win. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be high for ball 2. Yeah, I remember when the Pirates had a really good bullpen. Of course, that was in the early 2010s. We had Jason Grilly. Then it went to Mark Melancon. And then Tony Watson for a little bit. Here's the 1-1. That's ripped foul. Then we had a guy we're not going to talk about. Then we had David Bednar. Bednar was good until last year. Last year struggled. 1-2 count here for Kim. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 2. But did he pitch sidearm? I think he had a strange delivery again. Trisk, what you got? Did he or did he not? 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Kim grabbing his helmet like, what in the world was I looking at? And that's going to be out to number 3. So we're going to head to the top of the 6th. This game is flying by with your score. Dodgers 1, D-backs 0. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done a good deed for the day, well, definitely hit that subscribe button. There you go. That counts. We're all good. I think that'll work. But yeah, if you're just a baseball fan, hit that subscribe button. Doing baseball games until the regular season ends, and might do a little bit of the wild card games. But of course, football will be going on, I believe, August 20th with the week 0 of college. So if you're a college football or NFL fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'll be doing this pretty much until the Super Bowl, I would say. Very excited to do that. And then, of course, Super Bowl ends. Then we start college basketball for a little bit. And then do college basketball until March Madness ends. And guess what? MLB's back. So it's just going to be that type of channel for live streams, videos. I have some stuff in the works. Just really haven't been able to give it much time at all lately. So it's just been live streams. And I don't know. I enjoy live streams. I enjoy talking to you guys. It's pretty fun. But we had hitting too. Bednar is like a great vacuum cleaner. He sucks. Yes, Belinda's delivery was a little different, but don't remember if it was completely sidearm. Most of my 80s and 90s games were radio. No good deed goes unpunished. Write that down. There you go. Nick with some knowledge for you guys and wisdom. A good deed of your subscription to me. It's free, by the way. It won't cost you a dime. It won't go unpunished. Just let me know. Hey, you team D-backs, you team Dodgers. Okay, I'll keep that in mind to try to do another game as soon as possible. I've done more D-backs games than I thought I would have done, and again, that's because of Nick, who is a big Diamondbacks fan. Ryan Cascarelli calling me a legend. Not quite a legend. Just a guy who's looking forward to some college football 26, as hopefully I'll get the best of LSU in that dynasty. I think I got Texas down. LSU plays a little weird, though, with that Georgia offense. 0-1 count here to Thomas. But it's good to see you, Ryan. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be upstairs for ball one. A 1-1 count. I'm going to have to see. Did LSU make the college? I'm actually probably going to do a College World Series game. I believe Thursday or Friday. 1-2 count now as that one is fouled back. Doug Drabeck or John Smiley. I feel like Trisk is going to say Drabeck or Drabeck. But I could be wrong. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be chopped fouls. That hits Smith. 1-2 count. Wearing my Pirates gear, so just so you guys can know I'm not just a random dude. I mean, I do have a team, but, you know. So I was actually just going to have this, but then actually I remembered I do terrible when I don't have any jersey showing. For some reason, you guys just love to see a jersey. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be outside ball 2. 2-2 count here to Thomas. Again, the D-backs, high-powered offense, and yet they're getting no hit. But Yamamoto really solid. That's going to be called strike 3. Fastball with a lot of movement. Freezes him there, and that's his 6th strikeout of the game. As that's one away here for the Diamondbacks in the top of the 6th. That's going to bring up Jordan Lawler. 0 for 1. Again, no one has a hit for the Diamondbacks, so it's either 0-1 with a walk or 0 for 1 with nothing or 0-2. That's pretty much it. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a breaking ball in there for strike 1. No hitter in progress. I should have said that at the beginning of the broadcast, and there probably would have been a home run. Yes, that actually happened. That's going to be down low, ball 1. We're already on no-hitter alert, perfect game alert, and then a solo shot to start the game. Trisk isn't going to answer the question, apparently. I want to say he's going to say Doug Drabeck or Drabeck. 1-1 count to Lawler. Yamamoto sets and delivers. That's inside for ball 2. 2-1 count. I'll look it up during commercial, Sean, if he doesn't answer. Commercial as in their commercial. This guy has to stay here because no sponsors for me. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be swung on and missed. Strike 2, of course. I'm not even close to sponsors. Not even in the ballpark. Baseball pun. You're welcome. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. So back-to-back strikeouts, as that's Yamamoto's 7th of the game, as the no-hitter continues. But a dangerous hitter is at the plate, as that's going to bring up Corbin Carroll. 0 for 2, but again, 14 home runs already. Batting .276, OPS of .936. So he is one of the better hitters in the game. That's going to be chopped foul. Shower. What the heck are you talking about, Trisk? I'm not even going to lie. Shower. I just showered. 0-1 count, unless that's a nickname for one of those. That's going to be high for ball one. I'm going to have to look it up because Trisk is lost. 1-1 count here to Carroll. Yamamoto delivers the 1-1. Inside. Did it hit him? Did he go is the question. Oh, he got hit, but his bat went around. And he is, we're going to look at this replay here. Swung. Oh, it hit his left forearm. And they're actually going to look at him real quick. So, Nick, I'm sorry. Carroll is hurt. They're just going to talk to him about it. Oh, you're in the shower. They had ups and downs in their career. Smiley had a few good years. Drabek was more consistent over his career. Okay, all right, Tris. I read the first sentence. I'm sorry. Yeah, he would choose Drabek. Yeah. All right, so Carroll is hurt. So bear with me, guys. I know you guys hate silence, so I'll just try to yap. But Carroll is getting his left forearm looked at. He did take a pitch there. He did swing. He committed. That's why he wasn't awarded first base. Sorry, you're not allowed. Yeah, you're not allowed to shower. Need you to answer baseball questions from the last millennium. I mean, yeah, perfectly reasonable, Sean. I don't understand why Trisk has to put himself over the greater good of the chat. It's just disgusting. You really hate to see it. So Carroll's going to practice swing there. I don't know. We'll see. Carroll does look like he's grimacing every time he swings. Carroll may be injured. But he looks like he's going to finish the at-bat at least. As we're going to start this again. So Yamamoto at 88 pitches now. So that's something to keep an eye out. Yeah, no hitter, but people, they just pull. They pull pitchers regardless. Even if you're unhittable, it's like, nah. You're done at 100, son. Here is the 1-2. That's going to be outside. Ball 2. You thought today was going to be a good night? I thought so, too. I thought, hey, it's going to be an exciting game. I mean, no hitters always, it is pretty cool to call, though it's not fun if it's your team. Called strike 3 on the knees. Strikes out the side. So Yamamoto is on fire as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Your score, Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0. Oh, what a performance, though, by Yamamoto. Just dominating the high-powered Diamondbacks offense. So I'll go ahead and do another, checking around the league, what's going on. So the Pirates moving to 49-0. As they defeat the Reds today 1-0. Phillies over the Rockies. It is official. The Rockies are 8-40. That is just insane. Phillies winning 7-4. White Sox over the Mariners 1-0. Giants over the Royals 3-1. Angels over the Athletics 5-4. Cubs winning 14-1. 21 hits for the Cubs. Just impressive. Red Sox over the Mets. I was going to say Med Sox. What the heck? Red Sox winning 2-0 over the Mets. The Nationals over the Braves 5-3 today. The Rays over the Astros 3-2. I can't speak. Yankees over the Rangers 5-2. Blue Jays over the Padres 3-0. Brewers over the Orioles 5-2. Tigers over the Cardinals 5-4. I believe we did have one postponed today. So there you go. This game reminds me of that song, I Am the Greatest. That is a fact. I didn't even know I could pitch like that. Never heard of that song, I'm not going to lie. But that's a lot better than the dances I've seen at second base today by the Dodgers. So I'd rather listen to that song than see that dance. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a bunch of random baseball games because it's baseball season. Duh. If you like football, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing football in the fall, of course, starting with college week 0. I think I already have the list written about the key games. I don't know if you can still hear me. Hopefully it's not cutting out. Kansas State, Iowa State is the one I have circled. But, of course, I can probably do other games. I'm already looking forward to it. So we do have a pitching change for the Diamondbacks, as Murillo is going to come in here in the bottom of the 6th, which is interesting. Again, Nelson did have a very bad 4th inning, I would say. Again, he only allowed 1 run, but he was just kind of getting lit up there. Nelson, though, with a great performance and didn't really have a lot of pitches. He only threw 71. As here's the 0-1 to Ohtani. And that's going to be high for ball 1. Ohtani-kun with 17 home runs on the year, batting .309. Just solid stuff. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on and missed. Strike 2. It is a country song by Kenny Rogers. Well, country. Had me at country. Had me at country, Trisk. I do not listen to country. Listened to it in junior high for a little bit. Little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night. Yeah, that song's pretty cool, but outside of that, don't care for it. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be outside ball 2. 2-2 count to Shohei Ohtani. Very intimidating, honestly, to look at whenever he's hitting. Like, I wouldn't want to pitch to that. Ground ball to second. Throws to first. Oh, a nice snag there by Naylor. Almost threw it away there, Marte, for out number 1. If you're a Dodgers fan, hey, catch the Yankees-Dodgers series. I know you guys will love that. I'm sure that's going to be pretty expensive. Baseball's most iconic franchises. Wow. They really think highly of themselves. Mookie Betts batting .266, 8 home runs, 30 RBIs, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. That's high and in for ball 1. Betts getting out of the way of that one. 1-0 count. Again, 1-0 is your score. If you didn't know what the score was, well, it's right there and there, and I would probably call you blind. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be fouled back. Strike 1. Of course, if you're working, that's understood. You know, you're probably not on your phone. You're doing other things, listening to the game, and I totally understand. You know, if you just have your phone down doing other things, then I should repeat the score every half inning like I do, actually. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be popped back out of play. 1-2 count to Mookie Betts. Not quite the season you'd expect, but again, it's still early. A lot of opportunity to heat up and make those numbers look like what they normally do. Murillo has to beat this clock. He does. Betts pops it up. Lawler charging in and makes the catch for out number 2. And that's going to bring up the Fortnite dancer, Freddie Freeman. May have caused my prescription here with the glasses to be out of date because I feel like I'm blind. He's 1 for 2 with the run scored. Of course, Will Smith doubling the next at bat to bring him home. That is the difference in this one. Batting .370, just very impressive. That's going to be sliced foul. 0-1 count to Freddie Freeman. Just a great season by Freddie. Here's the 0-1. That's way outside for ball 1. 1-1 count here to Freddie Freeman as the Dodgers lead 1-0 in the bottom of the sixth. 2 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 99 on the gun. Freeman, just one of the best first basemen for the last decade. As this one's going to be hit to right. That's going to get down. Carroll scrambling. Oh, he can't field it in time. Freddie's going to get to second. And I'm not even going to look at the screen for the next 10 seconds, as I can only imagine what's going on, the monstrosity they're showing. I see they've cut to a replay, so I am back and in business watching this game. So a 2-out double, and it's exactly what happened, and they're showing the replay of it. That's actually insane. Why won't links stay in the chat? I don't know what you mean by that. Links? I don't know if I've ever seen a link get posted, or I can post them. All right, so Will Smith is up at the plate here. He is 1 for 2, and he did a double, again, previous inning to bring home Freddie Freeman. Then Will Smith did something unspeakable on second base. And they really like showing that. Guess that's what the Dodgers like. They like dancing. 0-1 count. Runner on second, 2 away. That's going to be fouled back yet again. The count moves quickly to 0-2. 0-2 count to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was batting .341 on the year. OPS of .963. Murillo delivers. That's going to be outside. Ball 1. Yes, I'm very sorry, Trisk. I could not tell you why. I don't really know how all that works. 1-2 count to Will Smith. Here's the pitch. And Smith fouls this one back. Smith staying alive, looking to repeat what he did in the fourth. Again, that is the difference in this game. A 1-0 game. Dodgers leading, only 4 hits for him, but that's a lot compared to the Diamondbacks, as they have been no hit to this point. Murillo sets and delivers, and once again fouled off. So 4 fouls in this at-bat. 1-2 count. Very fast-moving game. Only an hour and a half, and we're already in the bottom of the sixth. And this is with this inning kind of taking a little bit longer than usual. Murillo looking back at Freeman and delivers. Swung on it, missed. He struck him out. So the Dodgers get a double there from Freeman, but nothing doing as we head to the top of the seventh. Your score, Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0. Again, if you like what you see, if you think I'm doing a decent job, hit that subscribe button. This is a baseball channel at the moment because it's baseball season. So if you're a baseball fan, this is the channel for you. It is free, I promise. Also, if you're a football fan, so yeah, if you're like a Ram fan or a Chargers fan or a Raiders fan or 49ers fan, a lot of teams out there. Geez, or were, I should say. Sorry. But anyway, sorry, Raiders fans and all that. And again, a Cardinals fan, if you're a D-backs fan, definitely hit the subscribe button as we're doing NFL and college, of course. UCLA, USC, whatever. I don't mean Arizona State. Nick, by the way, are you a fan of either of those colleges? Just wondering. But yeah, if you like what you see, if you're a sports fan, hit that subscribe button. We'll be doing live streams pretty much, I don't know, every month for sure. Every few days. I try to get at least 2 to 4 baseball games a week. Just depends on the work schedule and what's going on. I will be doing a baseball game tomorrow, though. I work in the evening, so I'll be doing one of the early games. Unsure which one it is. But, yeah, we'll be doing that for sure. But, yeah, hopefully you enjoy what you see, and I earn that subscription. It is free, I might add. Let's see. Actually, I could be going over scores, so let me do that real quick. All right, again, the Pirates won over the Reds. The Pirates moving to 49-0 on the season. as they defeat the Reds 1-0. Phillies over the Rockies 7-4. Giants currently up on the Royals 3-1 at the top of the 7th. Let's see here. Angels up on the Athletics 5-4 in the top of the 6th. Cubs over the Marlins 14-1. Red Sox defeating the Mets 2-0. Nationals up 5-3 over the Braves as Yamamoto is out there to begin the 7th for a called strike. Rays defeat the Astros 3-2. Yankees defeat the Rangers 5-2. Blue Jays over the Padres 3-0. White Sox over the Mariners 1-0. That's going to be in the Dirt Ball 1. Tigers over the Cardinals 5-4. That is what's happening around the MLB, or that's what's happened. That update brought to you by me. You're welcome. Here is the 1-1. That's going to be outside. Ball to Ketel Marte is at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with the walk. In fact, he's the only base runner for the Diamondbacks this entire game. Again, there being no hitter in effect by Yamamoto. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 3. The thing is, he's at 94 pitches. And it's usually how this MLB goes. You know, you reach that certain point and you got to replace him. Here's the 3-1, and this one's hit to right, and that's going to get down. It's off the wall. Marte, it's a great play by Pages to get it in there in time, so the no-hitter is over here in the top of the 7th. No more no-hitter. That is done. But he's still going to get a standing ovation. That's just the first hit of the game here in the 7th. University of Arizona. You're a Wildcat. Okay. All right, so that's going to bring up Gurriel. He is 0 for 2. And we got a wild pitch. Oh, my goodness. So we went from a no-hitter to a single to a wild pitch, as that is a 1-0 count to Gurriel. John Bunt in the dirt just underneath the glove of Smith. I don't know if it's a wild pitch. Honestly, that might be a pass. I think it's more on the catcher there. 1-0 count. Gurriel chops it to third. Muncy looks back to Marte. Throws to first for out number 1. I don't think Arizona had a good year last year, did they? I'm just thinking for college football. I know, obviously Arizona State made it. Almost beat Texas. That was pretty cool. Looks like the Dodgers are on the phone with somebody in the bullpen, so you can expect somebody to get up. That's going to bring up Josh Naylor, 0 for 2. Again, most players tonight are 0 for 2 or 0 for 3. That is going to be a big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Marte is really the only one to get on tonight for the Diamondbacks. 2 base runners total for the D-backs, and he's responsible for both with a hit, of course, and a walk earlier. 0-1 count. Marte on at second. 1 out. Here's the delivery, and that's going to be outside. Ball 1. 99 pitches. Yamamoto sets and delivers. Naylor chops this to second. Naylor's going to jog really, really fast. Just kidding. As that one is out number 2. It does move the runner, though. It does move Marte to third, so he's just 90 feet away. Dodgers have Alex Vesia in the bullpen. Yamamoto, again, allowing his first hit here in the 7th to Marte, who is at third, 2 outs. That's going to bring up Gabriel. Yeah. Either one of those. Gabriel Moreno batting 260, OPS of 684, as that's going to be inside ball 1. pitch counts. Pretty good range there, pretty much from 11 to 18. Not going outside of that range. That's very solid by Yamamoto. Here is the 1-0. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. Probably Yamamoto's last inning. Had a great performance. Only allowing 2 base runners the entire night. Just very impressive. Especially against this lineup. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Almost hit him and his helmet came off. He really had to dive out of, or just get out of the way. Moreno just getting out of the way. Oof. 3-0 count. Yamamoto in danger of allowing another base runner. That's going to be inside. Ball 4, a 4-pitch walk as Yamamoto lets out a big breath there. And him and Dave Roberts, they're just nodding to each other. And Mark Pryor was about to head out there, but he's like, nah, you're good. Looks like Smith is going to do it. As I imagine they're trying to make sure Vesia is good to go. It might appear that they're going to let him pitch to Pavin Smith, who is 0 for 2. Again, pretty much everyone's 0 for 2 tonight, as Smith is 0 for 2 as well. 301 batting average, 915 OPS. I like U of A too. I don't know. I don't really think much about the Arizona Wildcats, I guess. I know they're usually a good basketball school, but I don't know. No disrespect, by the way. I'm literally Pitt, so I know where we stand. Pretty realistic fan, I promise I am. All right, it's going to bring up Smith again, 0 for 2 on the night. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Ball 1. Most likely his last batter. There's no way. If he allows a hit or a walk, they're pulling him. If he strikes him out or gets out, then you will not see him in the top of the 8th. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball in there. Called strike. Smith shakes his head, but I believe that did catch the corner. Yamamoto at 106 pitches. 1-1 count. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be down low, strike 2. Oh, got a little bit of a call. May have caught a little bit of the plate. Does say so on MLB Game Day. Not according to that strike zone there. As the Dodgers faithful, they are standing up, giving him a standing ovation, getting behind him, and he's actually going to ask for a new ball. So all that standing ovation for a ball change, that's perfectly fine, I'm sure. Yamamoto sets. 1-2 count. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled off. Staying alive. That pitch was high. Phillip cheering on the Dodgers. We have some Dodgers fans, or Dodgers supporters, I guess, for this game, and some D-backs fans in the chat. 1-2 count. And the pitch. That's outside for ball 2. 109 pitches for Yamamoto. He's pitched so great. It really would be a shame if he did allow a run here, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't exactly against that. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and he lets out a scream and a yell, as that is most likely his last batter of the night. But what a performance. 7 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, just 1 walk. 2 walks and 9 strikeouts. What a performance by Yamamoto as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Your score, Dodgers 1, D-backs 0. Yeah, there's not much to worry about in football here. You grow up a ASU fan or a U of A fan. As I have gotten older, I don't really care. I don't care, really. I was pulling for ASU against Texas last year. U of A put out a great quarterback, though, Chris McAllister, who played Chris McAllister, yeah. He actually ran back a missed field goal for a touchdown. I remember the Chris McAllister was really good. Part of that elite defense in Baltimore. What a pitch. 110 of them, but saved the best for last. Yes, definitely needed that. Runners on the corners there. Definitely worked himself into a little bit of a problem there, but he got himself out. Again, he had pitched very good the whole night. So, again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. If you think I'm doing a decent job, hit that subscribe button. I do call a bunch of random games. Tonight's random game is D-backs and Dodgers. If you're a football fan, well, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I will be doing college football and football throughout the football season. You know, from August, from whenever week 0 starts for college to the Super Bowl. I don't know if I'll do the Super Bowl. That's still that. I mean, it's months from now. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do that. But I'm going to be doing a game every week at least, and multiple live streams a week for sure. You know, whenever it's college football, obviously. Might be doing 2 to 3 games a day for college. 2 games for sure on Sundays, doing the first batch of games, and then I'll do an afternoon game. Sunday night, probably won't do a Sunday night game. When it comes to Sunday nights, I'll let you guys go live your life and hang out with your family or watch the game with whoever you want. For me, probably going to do the same thing. But yeah, definitely join and subscribe. Or don't join. I don't qualify for that. Subscribe. It's free. As here is the first pitch from, I didn't see the name on that pitcher. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Graveman, the pitcher. They didn't show any stats either. They're cutting back late. That's going to be inside ball 1. Graveman with a 3.0 ERA facing Muncie. Here's the pitch to Muncie. That's going to be ripped down the right field line, and that's going to stay fair as Carroll hustles to it, and it kind of took a Diamondbacks bounce there to keep Muncie at first. No dancing there. You love that from Muncie. No dancing. That is fantastic. Yeah, it took a hit that right corner there where it's just kind of coming in Dodger Stadium, bounces into right in front of Carroll. So Andy Pajes is up at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs, batting .277, 9 home runs, 27 RBIs. Graveman delivers. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Bottom of the 7th here, Dodgers up 1-0. It's what's been really a good pitching duel. Of course, here's the 0-1. That's going to be fouled back. Nelson had pitched really well, but they pulled him only after, 70 pitches. It was really shocking. Graveman with a 3 ERA. He's only pitched 3 innings, though. Opponent batting average is 400. So I don't know how you have a good ERA with the opponent batting average of 400. I guess because you only pitched 3 innings. 0-2 count. As we await this next pitch, I believe there might have been a timeout or something, but this is taking forever. All right, we're back. Graveman delivers. That's going to be high for ball 1. One and 2 count. 1 man on. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Question: a ball is hit just slightly foul, caught, juggled, then falls to the ground and bounds. Is that a fair ball? I don't think so. 2-2 count. That's going to be chopped foul. I don't know any die-hard baseball fans that would know that answer. I'm going to say no. I'm sure that you guys are all baseball fans. Runner on first. Muncy, that is. This Graveman is he's a slow working pitcher. Here's the 2-2. Swung on a missed. He struck him out. So 1 away for the Dodgers, and that's going to bring up Michael Conforto. 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. Batting 186, OPS of 570. Two home runs and 6 RBIs on the year for him. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 1. One 0 count. Graveman throws to first, but Muncy is back in time. One 0 count. Again, Graveman kind of a slow working pitcher. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there. A called strike. 1-1. Hernandez is on deck. He is also 0 for 2. Delivers the 1-1. This is going to be chopped foul. Again, 1-0 is your score. Yamamoto with an amazing performance tonight. 109 pitches. Did allow a run. Did allow a hit until the 7th. Or was it the 6th? Look at my CTE is already acting up. Look at that. As Graveman's going to step out. But yeah, he had worked himself into a jam. Then he got out of it. It was just very, very impressive stuff from Yamamoto tonight. Here's the 1-2. Jammed him. That's going to be right to second. Oh, Marte caught it, but I guess he dropped it. I'm not too sure. They're going to call him out anyway. He had it, and then he dropped it, but I believe the umpire had already done this. I mean, it would have been out at second anyway. Probably would have been a double play, to be honest with you. And that's going to bring up Kike Hernandez, batting .224, 7 home runs, 16 RBIs. I believe it would be a fair ball, like having a ball hit off your head and go over the wall is a home run. I am thinking it Canseco. Yeah. Fun fact about me, Jose Canseco, he follows me on Twitter. Don't know why, but he does. I'm also one of the elite that John Cena follows. So John Cena and Jose Canseco, they follow me on Twitter. That swung on a miss, strike 2, very quickly down 0-2 to Hernandez. Runner on first, 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. As we're just going to look at every player, but not the field. Here's the 0-2, and that's going to be popped up, but that is going out of play. So the count will remain at 0-2. Oh and 2 count to Kike Hernandez. Here's the pitch. That's down and away for ball 1. Kike Hernandez, famous for pretty much ruining Cody Bellinger's career, though he did kind of get back on track a little bit. Celebrating, just crushes that right arm of his. That's going to be swung on and missed. He struck him out, and Hernandez really upset with himself. As we head to the top of the 8th, your score, Dodgers 1, D-backs 0. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do call a bunch of random baseball games because it's baseball season, duh. If you like football, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing college football and football once August hits. I do a little bit of UFL now, but it's really hard to get off weekends, as I'll be busy Saturday night, of course. Might be all day Saturday. I don't know yet. I'm still kind of up in the air with my plans there. How often do you post on Twitter, and what is your handle? I think it's the same as my YouTube. If you guys want to cancel me, then you can go ahead and go there right now. Pretty sure I've said some pretty stupid things. Yeah, it's the same thing, Dr. Delay. You can look up DRDLEH, so it's actually my original YouTube name. And yeah, I don't really post too much, but it's mostly just complaining about the Steelers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think both Cena and Canseco played one game with the Savannah Bananas. Okay, well, I don't care about the Savannah Bananas. They are not my entertainment. They are not for me, and I will never watch them. That is weird. Anyway, yeah, if you like this channel, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done a good deed for the day, hit that subscribe button. No good deed goes unpunished, right? I forgot what it was. I forgot, Nick. I'm sorry already. Let's see. No good deed goes unpunished. There you go. Haven't done a good deed today? Follow this small-time creator. Look at that. And by creator, I mean the guy that streams, because I don't really have many videos. There's a Tom Grossi parody and then a bunch of video game stuff. But the video game stuff is ended. That is not going to be happening on this channel anymore. But I do really want to finish that one. That will be the show one, but it just started dying off, so I called it a career. Pitching change here. Yamamoto, again, just a dominating performance, but started to show a little bit of wear and tear in the seventh. So Alex Vesia is going to come in. He is batting. Whoa! His ERA is 3.48. Opponent batting average 2.05. Vesia delivers the 1-0. That's going to be in there. Called strike. Will you get on there and complain about the Dodger dance? I don't know. Maybe. I love Canseco and McGuire. You're on radio. Do you remember Art Bell? Art Bell. That was the first. I don't associate that with radio, wasn't he? I think he was like the commissioner of football, right? That's going to be ripped down the left field line. That's actually going to stay fair. And he's running to second. Oh, good throw, but he is in there safe, and that tag may have been really hard because he is down. Perdomo is down at second, but now he's grimacing. Now he's like, okay, he's fine. Okay. Yeah, the glove hit. I'm actually going to look up Art Bell. Art Bell. I might be thinking of someone completely different. That's probably what it is. Art Bell. American author. Yeah, no, I was completely wrong. No, I'm sorry, I do not. Art Coast to Coast. That's the like the conspiracy stuff. So I do watch this channel called the Y Files, and they talk about the conspiracy stuff. They've mentioned Art Bell before. Art Bell. I don't know who was I talking about that. Burt Bell probably. That sounds more right. Yeah, Art Bell. Okay, so yeah, he does the Coast to Coast with all that stuff. Interesting stuff. He did pass away. He's no longer with us, obviously, but. Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about now. So we have a brief stoppage play. I do apologize. I know you guys are like, why are we talking about Coast to Coast? There is nothing going on in the field as they're going to check out Perdomo to make sure he's fine. He looks like he's going to be able to continue. I think he just got the glove hit him right in the face. So I think he just was like shaken up a little bit. No, he was overnight radio show. Yeah. He was cool. I listened to the Y Files also. Yeah, Y Files. It's a good channel if you like the conspiracy stuff and just all that type of stuff. Then you should definitely check that channel out. Pretty great. So already a runner on second, and Tawa is going to be replacing Thomas as a pinch hitter. And we do have an injury delay, and it's apparently they're still looking at him. So, again, bear with me. I do apologize, but I can only control so much. You know, believe it or not, we're not even at the 2-hour mark yet for this game. Tim Tawa batting .241, 5 home runs, 12 RBIs with a .781 OPS. Runner on second, so Diamondbacks could just steal this one. Here is the pitch. Bunt attempt. It is down. He's going to run to third. Vesia is going to hold the ball because that was a well-placed bunt, and he's a lefty, so he had to do a 360 or 180, pardon me. And, yeah. So look at that. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Tawa with a great bunt. Vesia about to throw, but then he's like, nope, can't do that. He's already going to get there. And if it's thrown away, then it's a tie game. All right, so Lawler's going to make way for Eugenio Suarez. Suarez is the normal third baseman. He has a lot of power, and it looks like Mark Pryor's actually going to come out and talk to Vesia. Vesia is, again, not too bad. I think the ERA was in the threes, right? Again, I do apologize. Short-term memory loss. I'm just getting old, apparently. 3.48. But he's worked himself into a little bit of a situation, and that Yamamoto performance could be undone just like that. Any Trekkies in the chat? Yeah, you guys have fun with that. I am not a Trekkie. My wife is. And I have to watch them soon, I guess. Suarez batting .215, home runs, 14 home runs on the year, 38 RBIs, OPS of .818. I'm more of a Star Wars guy. Not going to talk about the current state of Star Wars, though. Vesia delivers to Suarez. Big swing and a miss. Strike one. 0-1 count to Suarez. Normally the starter, pinch hitting tonight. Top of the eighth. Dodgers up 1-0, but runners on the corners with nobody out. Vesia delivers. That's going to be in there. Strike two. A strikeout would be huge because then it opens up the double play possibility for the Dodgers. You like curls? Oh, my goodness. That's tough. Oh, man. Trisk. That's tough. That's going to be high. Ball one. Well, I mean, I do know about the live long and prosper. That's Spock and all them. Patrick Stewart. And then there was Captain Kirk, played by that Priceline negotiator actor, which I know his name, it escapes me now. 1-2 has popped up, and that's huge for the D-backs, as that's going to be, or Dodgers, pardon me, as that's going to be out number one. What was his name? I was literally compared to him in school because the way I talked. Well, I was in theater, and apparently my speech pattern was just like William Shatner. Yes, jeez, could not get that name. Apparently I spoke like him whenever I was on the theater stage. All right, so one away here again for the Diamondbacks. Runners on the corners, but you have Corbin Carroll coming to the plate, a really good hitter that you'd want in this situation. But again, it is lefty on lefty. Vesia delivers, bunt attempt, pulls back, and it's a called strike. I think, okay, Trisk, I understand. Nick probably took it too far there, but it'll be okay, I promise, Trisk. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Ball one. Big situation here. Again, Dodgers up 1-0. Yamamoto with a great performance, but it could all be undone with one swing of the bat as the Diamondbacks have runners on the corners with one out. 1-1 count. Vesia delivers. That's going to be high. Ball two, but he swung. He checked his swing and did not hold it back in time. 1-2. Yeah, no, he was way out there. So Vesia showing some magic here. 1-2 count. Here is the pitch. That's high for ball two. Marianne Ginger, Miss Howe. Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about now. 2-2 count. Probably way before my time, if I had to guess. Vesia delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out as Vesia lets out a huge scream and a sign of emotion, but we do have runners on second and third. as Tawa takes second on that pitch. So a base hit in the gap should get home both runs. And that's going to bring up the guy that has been a little bit of the only real problem for the Dodgers tonight is Ketel Marte. He's 1 for 2 with the walk, and they're actually going to intentionally walk him here. So that's going to bring up Gurriel. So probably a wise decision. Honestly, it is, because, again, Ketel Marte has looked really good tonight at the plate compared to the rest of the Diamondbacks. Gurriel is going to come up, but Roberts is heading to the mound, and that looks like that's going to be it for Vesia. So we'll wait and see. So pitching change here. I'm not too sure what is happening or who's coming in for the Dodgers, as it's going to be bases loaded, 2 outs whenever they come back. To data, like girls, or data. Data or data? How do you guys pronounce that? He like Tasha and the Borg Queen. Okay, again, I don't understand what's going on in the chat, but this is proof that you guys can talk about whatever you like in the chat, and I do read it all. I don't know if I'll respond to it anymore, but I'll definitely read it and comment. Comment about whatever you'd like. Again, it's a sports channel. If you like baseball, if you like MLB, definitely hit that subscribe button. I try to do as many games as possible. Really try to work around my work schedule and my personal life, of course. I'm a married guy, so I have other responsibilities. And of course, if you're an NFL fan, I definitely recommend hitting that subscribe button, as I will be doing football, college, and NFL once week 0 starts in August. So, don't miss that out. If you can't watch a game, recommend a game, and I'll try to watch it for you. I'll cover it, and we'll all have a good time. Football is much more my thing. I do have some experience calling actual high school football games, so hopefully that'll be good enough and good enough for your entertainment, I guess. And thank you for choosing me tonight. As looks like we're back. Ben Kasparius, ERA of 3.26, is going to have to manage this bases loaded situation with 2 outs. Again, Dodgers up 1-0. Trying to get Yamamoto this win, because, again, what a performance that was by Yamamoto. But bases loaded. Coming up, and Gurriel has done this before. Career with the bases loaded. 412. 7 grand slams. This guy apparently is clutch. That's going to be in there, called strike. 84-mile-per-hour breaking ball over the plate again. Big situation here for both of these teams. Roberts looks on cautiously. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball, and that's going to be just foul. That would have been the inning right there. So very quickly, 0-2. Kasparius making quick work right now of Gurriel, as we have a standing ovation here in Los Angeles. I'm turning up the volume. I want to hear this. Kasparius is going to step off. Just maybe it got a little bit loud there. I'm not too sure. Big moment here again. Game-changing at bat right here. And Kasparius gets a little bit of a warning as he tried a quick pitch. Umpires coming off to let him know, hey, you got to make eye contact. This has been going on for a few years now. You should know better. 0-2 count. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Gurriel's going to ask for time. Kasparius can't believe it. Wait, he didn't call. I thought they said pitch clock violation, but no, I'm not seeing anything like that. Yeah, it is an automatic ball. Okay. Oh, no violation. Whatever. 0-2. No, it says 1-2. I don't know. Whatever. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. We'll find out what the actual count is right here. It's saying 2-2. Announcers are saying 1-2, so I apologies. Doctor, does your wife subscribe to the channel? She is subscribed to the channel. She is my first subscriber to the channel. She does pop in every now and then, but she doesn't like sports. Here's the 2-2. As Gurriel's bat slips out of his hands. He made contact. Foul territory off the net. So it's going to be remaining at 2-2. Oh, man. Thought it was going to be an easy out, but the ball just kept carrying to the left. Gurriel's bat just going towards the pitcher. As we'll do this again. 2-2. You're just joking around. That's all good. 2-2. Count here. Gurriel taking a big, deep breath. Big, deep breath. Small, big. Yeah, I don't know if there's ever been a small, deep breath. That's going to be in the dirt. Ball 3. So he's worked it full. Big pitch coming up again. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Game-changing at bat. Gurriel taking his time. Apparently now he calls his timeout. Now he steps back in. 3-2. D-backs probably their best chance they'll get all night. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Vesia's happy. The Dodgers are happy and the fans are happy as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Your score, Dodgers 1, D-backs 0. You're watching me on Dr. Delay. There you go. That's it. What a game. Even though it hasn't been a lot of scoring, it's been a good game. You can definitely tell the difference between this game and a Pirates-Reds game. Definitely can tell. It's like crazy. But again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do call a bunch of random baseball games. If you look, you'll see a lot of Pirates games, but I may be moving off them because I can't stand to look at them right now. I really can't. And again, I have done other baseball games as well. It's not just Pirates, so this isn't my first time. I think I've done like 4 or 5 Diamondbacks games. If you're a Dodgers fan, I'll try to work you guys in. You just got to let me know. It's been mostly Diamondbacks that I've been talking to. But yeah, hit that subscribe button if you're a baseball fan. Again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing football once August starts, pretty much week 0 of college football, I'll be on. And again, if you're strictly baseball, I'm not abandoning you. I will complete the regular season and definitely a little bit of the wild card, and then I'll make way, obviously, for football all throughout October. But yeah, I think it's a great channel. Definitely consider subscribing. It's free, and if you haven't done a good deed for the day, do your little good deed and hit that subscribe button. Support the little guy. That's a good deed. Making me feel better, makes you feel better, makes everyone feel better. No good deed goes unpunished. Remember that. Bush League. Oh, well, sorry, man. Hey, the Dodgers, they're pitching well. Getting outs when they need to. Due up for the Dodgers. Looks like Edmonds going to be pinch hitting for Kim. And, of course, good old Ohtani-kun and Mookie Betts are up. All right, here's the first pitch to Edmund, and that's jammed. Shallow left field on the run, and Perdomo makes the catch for a 1-pitch, 1-out. And that's going to bring up Shohei Ohtani-kun. Yes, I watch a little bit of anime, so there's that. So that's why I'm saying Kun. He's 0 for 3 on the night. As they're not showing the field, they're showing everything else but the field. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down. I'd imagine that's a double, as he's just going to cruise into second with a double, and they are doing the dance. Oh, they love that dance. I have never seen that dance before. Then Sean here tells me to look it up. Didn't like it, and now I've seen it probably 4 or 5 times tonight. Never saw it before today in my life. May 19th, 2025, and previous to that was a lot better time in my life. May 20th, not exactly great because of that. Here is the pitch to Betts. That's going to be outside, ball 1. 1-0 count as Ohtani seemingly joking around with some guys. Betts is 1 for 3 on the night, batting .264, OPS of .793. By the way, we didn't have a new pitcher out there I couldn't quite see. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1 and a ball in the dirt. This is Beeks. There we go. They're showing the stats now. Jalen Beeks, ERA of 3.52. Opponent batting average 193. So really solid batting average. I guess he's walked, 10 walks in 23 innings. Not the greatest. Here's the 1-1 as Betts fouls this down the right field line. Foul. Tanner Scott is warming up in the bullpen. Who is Annie Mae? I have no idea. The dance is Bush League. I don't know if it's Bush League, but it's definitely giving off the Fortnite vibes. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball to third. Looks back Ohtani as he throws to first for out number 2. I did play a lot of Fortnite back in my day, but not anymore, unfortunately. Freddie Freeman is going to come up to the plate. He is 2 for 3, batting .374. That just blows my mind. That is just incredible. 9 home runs, 34 RBIs to go along with that .374 batting average. OPS of 1106. It's just amazing. Lost George Wendt. I'm not familiar with George, but I'm sorry to hear that, though. Any loss of life does really suck. Life is very precious. 0-1 count to Freddie Freeman. That's going to be high for ball 1. Time just moves by very fast. Time is like our greatest enemy. It really is. 1-1 count, runner on second, 2 outs. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside. Ball 2. I think my voice cracked a little bit. My bad. Two and 1 count. Here's the pitch. That's swung on and missed. Strike 2. 2 outs, runner on second, 2-2 count. 2s are wild. Freeman also with 2 hits and 2 doubles. Beeks from the stretch delivers, ground ball, but that one's going to be ripped foul. 2-2 count. Again, I do thank everyone for stopping by tonight, letting me call this game for you. It's been fun. Beeks sets, looks back at Ohtani and delivers. Ground ball right back to Beeks, and he's going to jog to first and toss it to first for out number 3. And looks like Tanner Scott's going to come out and try to close things down in the top of the 9th as the Dodgers lead 1-0 over the D-backs. Very sad. I did not know that. Goodbye, Norm. Da Bears. Oh, he was the guy. He was like one half of the little duos. If that was that him, okay. Okay, I think I know him then. Again, if you're a baseball fan, hit that subscribe button. Again, I do a bunch of random baseball games. Try to do 2 to 4 a week, depending on how the work week goes. I would do them every day if I really could, but I just cannot do that. Again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing football later down the road this August. Try to do a UFL, but it's just really tough to do as I work most weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are pretty much like chalked for me. But I want to say I'm off this Friday, but I don't know. I think I'll lose out in the ratings as everybody and their mom is probably going to stream that game. But I might. We'll see what happens. Also, don't hesitate to comment in the chat. Chat in the comments. Talk about whatever you like. You can see these guys here, Sean, Nick, and Trisk. They dominating the chat tonight with a little bit of Philip in there. But I do appreciate you guys. Again, it's really cool to talk to you guys and talk about whatever. Just talk about anything. I do prefer to talk about football, of course, but if you want to talk about baseball, hopefully it's like 2000s and beyond. Because if it's 90s and all that, then I really have no idea what I'm talking about. Am I doing the Pirates game tomorrow? I am leaning yes, because you honestly broke my heart. No one covers the Pirates. So I feel like now it's my duty. But then I need Pirates fans to show up in the subscriber thing then, if that's the case. I need to buy a billboard in Pittsburgh. I don't think I can afford that. Like, hey, support this guy. This guy's the only one. The only one on YouTube that does Pirates games. Because I promise you, no one else is going to do it. I don't blame him. I really don't. Tanner Scott's going to close things down here again. ERA of 174. As here's the first pitch to Naylor. That's going to be chopped foul. Trying to hold off there, but made a little bit of contact. 0-1 count. We'll see, Philip. We'll see. I really, honestly, what's best for the channel is to not do it, but I may do it. I may do it. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be ripped to first. Freeman snags it and steps on first for out number 1. What time is the Pirates? I believe they play 11:35 Central, 12:35 Eastern. I'll put in the universe. Oh, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. I thank you, Philip. Yeah, it's the first game on tomorrow. All right, it's going to bring up Gabriel Moreno. He is 0 for 2 with the walk, as that one's going to be inside ball 1. Did catch the zone there, so got a little bit of a call. Very quick game, only 2 hours and 20 minutes. Here's the 1-0, and this one's going to be hit to left. That one's high. On the run is Kike, but that one is gone. Oh, my goodness. He has tied it up in the top of the 9th. Yamamoto's great performance will not get him a win, as Dave Roberts spits out some sunflower seeds, as he can't believe it, as that ties the game 1-1 in the top of the 9th. Unbelievable. Going for the series win tomorrow against the... It is possible, you're right. Did Cruz hit a triple today? Did he? I actually don't know, because I did not watch. I just know he won. But the Diamondbacks tying it up. Cruz did not have a hit today. I can tell you that right now. Heck yeah, indeed. That's going to bring up Grichuk, and he's going to take a called strike. 234 batting average, OPS of 685. By the way, PG channel, if you guys can't tell. PG channel. 0-1 count, and that's going to be in the dirt. He did check his swing. Did he go? And he did not. But no, you guys swear in the comments. Do whatever you want. I've heard swear words before. In fact, I'm surrounded by them every day at work and all my friends. And yeah, perfectly fine. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be ripped foul. 1-2 count. And yeah, they're bringing up the Yamamoto thing now. That's just so unfortunate. He had pitched so well. But, I mean, he's not going to get credit for the win. Here's the 1-2. And this one's going to be skied to right. Pages is under it and makes the catch for out number 2. You will do better. Don't, Nick. You're good. I'm kidding. You're fine, man. Diamondbacks may have given us extra baseball. I know. I'd been saying how quick this game had gone, but now we're looking at a possible extra innings. All right, that's going to bring up Perdomo. He's 1 for 3. Batting .303, OPS of .893. Shows bunt, pulls back. That's going to be ball 1. You might be getting free baseball, of course. What else is free? This channel. Subscribe. It's literally free. Won't hurt you, I promise. Here's the 1-0. Perdomo chops this one foul. A 1-1 count. Again, batting .303 on the year. 6 home runs, 37 RBIs. I mean, I see the Pirates lineup. I'll never see that type of stuff. Here's the 1-1. There's a bunt, and that's going to get down. Oh, what a bunt. So he's keeping the top of the ninth alive here for the D-backs as they're looking to try to push across the game a leading run. I don't want to say winning run, but possible. That's going to bring up Tawa. He's 1 for 1. Pinch hitting, of course, for Thomas earlier. He's batting .250, OPS of .794. Scott looks over at first and delivers. That's going to be inside for ball 1. If this goes to extras, you have a really solid part of the lineup for the Diamondbacks coming up. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be chopped foul. Suarez, Carroll, and Marte are the next 3 batters up. Gurriel is 0 for 4, but he is still a solid hitter. I know he's not batting well, but he can hit the ball. He is very good. 1-1 count to Tawa. Tawa is jammed, and that's going to go foul as the count moves to 1-2. A lot of scary faces. I don't know what that is. Thank you for spamming that. 1-2 count. And they're going to throw over to first. Just checking on him. 1-2 count here to Tawa. Again, this game was moving fast, but it looks like we're going to see the bottom of the ninth and possibly extras if the Dodgers can't do anything. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. His helmet falls down. Everything falls down there for the Diamondbacks, but they stay alive and push this to the bottom of the ninth. Your score, Diamondbacks 1, Dodgers 1. He went yard last night. Yeah. No, he's not too bad. I know he's having a rough night and the stats won't show it, but he's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Not a bad hitter by any means. He won't wow you with anything, but he's definitely been a consistent bat in the majors. That's my channel. All right, again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do baseball games, so if you're a baseball fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. Football, do it right now because football is my thing. I don't really know what else to say. Feel free to chat, comment about whatever you want in the chat. I've seen literally Star Trek. We talked about the Jets for a little bit, and Wayne Corbett, he was a topic of conversation. That was pretty cool. Just talk about whatever you'd like. I do enjoy reading you guys, your comments, talking with you. I've met some pretty neat people, and this has been pretty fun. But if you want to stay silent, hey, be a silent observer. That's cool too. Hopefully I earned that subscription, though. That would be really cool. Again, it's free. Literally, you type that button. Press it right now. And no bill will be sent to you by YouTube or by me. Nothing bad will happen. Literally, only good things can happen when you press that button. It's actually amazing. All right, bottom of the ninth. Again, 1-1 is your score. Due up for the Dodgers is going to be Will Smith, and then Muncy and Pajes are following. As they're showing the highlights from last inning, of course, the solo shot to push this one to the bottom of the ninth. Looks like Kevin Ginkel is going to be replacing Beeks. Again, a problem for the D-backs this year has been their pitching and their bullpen. And they're bringing out a guy that's contributed to that, as his ERA is a 9. So we'll see what happens here as Ginkel faces Smith, as that one's going to be outside for ball 1. What is the over-under? I believe it was at, I think they had it right at 9 or 8.5. 8.5. 1-0 count. That's going to be catching the bottom corner there for strike 1. That was the last time I checked because, the winning season thing, 8.5, 8.5. That'd be 17. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 2. 2-1 count to Will Smith. One of the best hitting catchers, probably the best hitting catcher in all the major leagues. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be outside. Ball 3. Ginkel again, not ideally who you want in this situation, but I guess the Diamondbacks had no one else better. I can see official Jaguar, big Diamondbacks fan. He'd probably be really ticked about this if they blow it here. That one's going to be in there, a cold strike. He's probably watching the game right now. If only you were here watching, man, that'd be so cool. Muncy wins it with a dinger. Okay. We got a prediction on the table, 3-2. That's going to be fouled back. So the count stays at 3-2. Of course, that's the only way it can. Cannot move up. I mean, I guess good 4-2, and then it resets, obviously. Okay, shut up. 3-2 count to Will Smith. A 1-1 ball game. Yamamoto will not get the win. I think that's very tragic. Here's the 3-2. Checked his swing. He did not go. So ball 4, Will Smith gets on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th. So that's looking good for, that was so close. Woo! Oh, man, that could have went either way. That's going to bring up Muncy. And he is 1 for 2 with the walk. Batting .209, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. Ginkel from the stretch. And Muncy hits this to right, but that one is just foul. Phillip was about to look like a genius. That one was just yanked off the bat, but it just hooked foul. That one went into the second deck on the right field line, just to the right of the foul pole. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Man, oh man. 0-2 count. Runner on first. Muncy almost just won it just a few pitches ago. Ginkel from the stretch delivers. That's high for ball 1. 1-2 count to the left-handed hitting Muncy. Will Smith is on first. Of course, he drew the walk. Ginkel pitches ball in the dirt, checks his swing. He did not go, so the count moves to 2-2. That was another close one. Dodgers living by a few inches, could easily be 2 outs, but they have a base runner and they stay alive. 2-2 count. Ginkel delivers. That's going to be chopped to foul. What a good game. Again, I mean, you could just tell the difference between a Pirates and Reds game versus a Dodgers and D-backs. You can just see the intensity with the crowd, just the quality of play. It's a shame how the Pirates are. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Man, Muncy is just mad with himself there. So he had an opportunity to win it, hooked it foul, and then goes down swinging. And that's going to bring up Andy Pages. He is 0 for 3 on the night, batting .275, OPS of .813. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. Pages batting .275, 9 home runs, 27 RBIs on the year. Ginkel sets and delivers. This is going to be hit to right. Carroll's running on the run and makes the catch at the foul line for out number 2. So barring anything wild, we're probably going to see some extras. Pages is due, and unfortunately that did not work out. So I believe this is going to be Teoscar Hernandez coming up. Pinch hitting. And he's going to get a huge standing ovation again. Batting .306, so really solid player coming up. Had to have on the bench tonight. .906 OPS. The winning run is on first. Teoscar batting .306, 9 home runs, 35 RBIs, OPS of .906. Again, his 1,000. I say again like I've said it before. That's a bad habit. You guys really need to fix that. Okay, yell at me in the chat. Stop saying again. 1,000th game played by him tonight, right here. That's going to be chopped to foul. You're 0 for 2 on predictions. Well, you're making them, man. That's perfectly fine. You know, you're putting yourself out there. You're being bold. I can respect that. 0-1 count to Teoscar Hernandez, not Kike. Will Smith on first. He walked to start off the bottom of the 9th. Ginkel delivers. That's in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 count. Runner on first. Dodgers trying to keep this game from going to extras. Diamondbacks would love to see it. Ginkel delivers the 1-1. That's going to be high for strike 2. Hernandez questioning that, and that's rightfully so. May have just gotten a piece of it. Actually, yeah, on the game day there, it looks like it was clearly in the zone. So the strike zone for the Dodgers, I guess, broadcast is a little bit off. Here's the 1-2. That's in the dirt for ball 2. 2-2 count to Teoscar Hernandez. Ginkel sets and delivers. That's way upstairs, ball 3. 3-2 count to Teoscar Hernandez. Runner on first. I understand the little scoreboard down there says he's on second. That is not true. He's on first. Ginkel sets and delivers. This is going to be chopped behind. Foul. I am hitting a home run today, but I had him hitting him. I had him hitting a home run today, but they sat him. Now he will probably end up getting an RBI. Wow, that sounds like my luck. It really does. 3-2 count. Ginkel sets and delivers. That's going to be outside, ball 4. He has walked him, and that'll put Smith in scoring position, so a base hit into the gap should win this game, and that's going to bring up Kike Hernandez. He was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Batting .222 on the year, OPS of .752. We're actually going to have a mound visit. Again, I do thank you guys for stopping by, letting me be your entertainment tonight as I call this game for you. Been a pretty good game so far. Again, don't hesitate to subscribe. I said it again. Again, I do apologize. Again, it's just my favorite word. But yeah, hit that subscribe button for more baseball, and then, of course, football once college and the NFL start in late August for college, obviously. I'll probably do a few preseason games. Why not? Of course, I do the UFL when I can. I do work most Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, especially as of late. That should be dying down soon, but then I think it's playoff time for UFL, or the season might be over. I'm not too sure. Really random work schedule. As Kike Hernandez steps in, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball one. Yamamoto looked like a shoo-in to get the win for the Dodgers, but Tanner Scott allowing a solo shot in the top of the ninth pushes this to the bottom of the ninth. As here's the 1-0. That's in the dirt for ball two. The catcher's telling him, hey, you're good. Calm down. 2-0 count. To Kike Hernandez. He's 0 for 3 tonight, batting .222. Ginkel sets and delivers. That's outside. Ball three. Ginkel is definitely feeling it. Looks nervous. 25 pitches so far for him in this inning. Edman is on deck. Here's the 3-0. That's going to be inside. Strike one. Hernandez may have been acting a little bit too. May have caught in a little bit of the zone, but it was close. Borderline. 3-1 count. Ginkel delivers. Chopped foul. So from 3-0 to 3-2, Ginkel feeling probably a little bit more confident now. Again, runners on first and second with 2 outs. 1-1 ball game, a pretty solid rivalry that's really developed in the last few years. Here's the 3-2. Swung on a missed. He struck him out as Hernandez grabs his helmet and hits his own cleat. So we head to the top of the 10th. Your score 1-1. And honestly, it's been a kind of a surprise. Expected a lot of runs today, but not the case. So I show you the again the NL standings here. Just a great division. Of course, you want to just ignore that adorable little team in Denver. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do call random baseball games. Tonight's random game is Diamondbacks Dodgers, and hopefully I see you guys again in another video, of course, or live stream. I'm not really doing much videos, but if you like football, hit that subscribe button. Baseball, hit that subscribe button. Don't hesitate to chat and comment about whatever you'd like. Feel free to talk about whatever. I think they were talking about Star Trek, the Jets, how I'm the only streamer to apparently do Pirates games, which kind of broke my heart, honestly. It's really sad. Just talk about whatever you'd like. I just came back from tomorrow. D-backs win 3-2. Okay, and prediction there. So Philip, not the only one with predictions tonight. Trisk throwing in his prediction as he believes the Diamondbacks are winning 3-2. I guess he went to the Eastern time zone and then came back. Yeah, there's really not much else to say. So, yeah. I didn't really actually. I haven't looked at the MLB scores from around the league here. So Phillies won 9-3 over the Rockies. Let's see here. Marlins defeat the Cubs 8-7. Red Sox defeat the Mets 3-1. Astros defeat the Rays 4-3. Mariners over the White Sox 5-1. Brewers over the Orioles 5-4. Cardinals over the Tigers 11-4. Royals over the Giants 3-1. Angels over the Athletics 4-3. And I believe that was yesterday's scores. Why was I on yesterday's scores? Ignore what I just said. I'm an idiot. All right. Looks like we have Suarez up, and he's going to check his swing, but that one is ruled a strike. Why did I say yes? How did it end up on yesterday's scores? Phillies beat the Rockies 7-4. That's my bad, guys. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be chopped foul. Suarez almost slips out of the box. Angels are up currently over the Athletics 7-4 in the bottom of the ninth. Cubs defeat the Marlins 14-1. Red Sox over the Mets 2-0. Nationals over the Braves 5-3. Rays over the Astros 3-2. Yankees over the Rangers 5-2. Blue Jays over the Padres 3-0. White Sox over the Mariners 1-0. By the way, Tanner Scott is still out there. Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt. Ball 1. Brewers over the Orioles 5-2. Tigers over the Cardinals 5-4. Giants over the Royals 3-2. My bad, guys. I look like an idiot. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch to Suarez. Suarez hits it. Ground ball to short. Betts throws to first for out number 1. Tawa was forced to stay due to the hit being so close to him. Almost hit Tawa. Jeez, All right, that's going to bring up Corbin Carroll. He is 0 for 4 tonight with 2 strikeouts. And that's going to be high for ball 1. One 0 count. Scott delivers. That's going to be in there, a called strike. 1-1 count. Carroll 0 for 4, just kind of hard to believe. But again, baseball any given day. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside, ball 2. 2-1 count. To the star right fielder, Corbin Carroll. Scott looks over at Tawa and delivers. And Carroll hits this to left center, and this one is gone. Oh, that just kept going. I thought it was going to drop. That's a 2-run shot by Corbin Carroll from 0 for 4 to 1 for 5, but with a 2-run shot here in the top of the 10th, and the Diamondbacks take the lead 3-1. Kind of looks like the Pirates here. Yeah, I just compared the Dodgers to the Pirates. Great starting pitching, but the bullpen has blown it. Tanner Scott, usually so reliable. Here's the first pitch to Marte. As that one is very low for strike 1. Triska looking like it's very possible that he is correct, as he predicted 3-2. And right now it's 3-1. Here's the pitch to Marte. Marte fouls this one back. Very quickly down 0-2. Anthony Banda, the former Pirate. Look at that. Maybe that's why you have a former Pirate in your bullpen. Anthony Banda warming up. And then, of course, you have Shelby Miller for the Diamondbacks. He's warming up. Here's the 0-2. That swung on and missed. He struck him out. So 2 away here for the Diamondbacks, as Gurriel's going to come up to the plate. He's also 0 for 4 for the night. You have to imagine you will see Shelby Miller in the bottom of the 10th. You just saw him in the bullpen. Ginkel didn't look all that great. Save situation, obvious. That's going to be checked his swing. Ball 1. 1-0 count to Gurriel again. 0 for 4 on the night. Batting .222, 8 home runs, 29 RBIs. That's a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for the Diamondbacks, as Gurriel finds his first hit of the night. So with 2 outs here, 1 runner on. It's going to bring up Josh Naylor, who is also 0 for 4. Again, the Diamondbacks weren't really hitting all that well until very recently. Yamamoto exits the game, and the Diamondbacks kind of threaten a little bit. Vesia had that bases-loaded jam, gets out of it. Then in the 9th, they tie it up with the solo shot. And then right here, again, Corbin Carroll with a 2-run shot to put the Diamondbacks over the Dodgers at the moment, 3-1, with 2 away here in the top of the 10th. And we have a little mound visit, so you're going to have to bear with me. I do apologize. I can't control that. I know you guys want nonstop action, nonstop results. I can't give that to you, unfortunately. As it looks like Dave Roberts is going to come out. That usually means it's done for him. Looks like you're going to see Anthony Banda the former Pirate, is going to enter the game. So good luck there. Maybe he's pitching well. I actually don't really know. Can I click on him from here? No, I cannot. Banda, 4.37. Okay, well, that's he's average. So we're going to head to commercial break. I can't, actually. My commercial is, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Again, I do a bunch of random games, and I appreciate you guys for stopping by tonight. If you're a baseball fan, this is definitely the channel for you, as there's really not much else to cover until August. In August, I will start off with week 0 in college football, and then, of course, the NFL just a few weeks later. If you're a football fan, definitely consider subscribing today. It is free. It's not an actual subscription. You're not paying me anything. Subscribing, follow, whatever. You follow, you subscribe. It will not cost you a dime other than just your time, and that's pretty much it. You get amazing live stream in return. Pretty good deal. Also, don't hesitate to chat or comment about whatever you'd like in the comments, or chat, whatever you want to call it. I do read them all. I do respond to most. Sometimes Trisk might push me to where I do not respond. But other than that, I will respond for the most part. Unless you ask me what the score is. Because, again, right there, literally right there. Again, it's on the score. It's on your screen 3 times. But, yeah, that's pretty much it as I wait for Banda to get rid. Okay, we're back. 4.37 ERA, 2.44 batting average, opponent batting average. Runner on first. When you call the D-backs games, they end up being really good games. They really do. I mean, the D-backs are an exciting team. They really are. I mean, even again, tonight was a low-scoring performance, but Yamamoto just put on a performance that was just amazing. It's unfortunate that he will not get the win, and his team very well may lose with the bullpen blowing it here in the 9th and 10th. As here's the first pitch, and Naylor hits this down the left side as it just hooks foul. First Diamondbacks game I covered was the famous one against the Cubs earlier this year, where it was 2-1 heading into the bottom of the 7th. That ended up being 14-12. That was the best game I have ever called, best baseball game I've ever seen. That was fantastic. Here is the 0-1 from Banda. Checked his swing, a ball outside. He did go. Strike 2. Naylor again batting .293, OPS of .802. Kind of shocking that he's 0 for 4, but again, baseball is so random on any given night. Usually a pretty solid hitter. Does take his time, though, whenever he's at the plate. I do remember that. As the boos are happening right now because he took forever. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball to first. Freeman's just going to snag it and step on the bag for out number 3. So Banda does his job as the Dodgers look to try to tie it up. They're going to have Kike Hernandez at second. Tommy Edman is due up, followed by Ohtani-kun and Betts, as it looks like Shelby Miller will most likely be coming out in the bottom of the 10th. And possibly for the final time here, again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me. It helps the channel out. Your subscription won't be going to waste, I promise you. Any subscriber is better than none. And I do appreciate you guys. I've met some pretty cool people. Maybe you could be one of them. Who knows? If you want to stay silent, that's fine. But again, if you like baseball, hit that subscribe button. If you like football, hit that subscribe button. If you're a college basketball fan, I do March Madness and even the conference tournament games. That was really fun. So hit that subscribe button. And again, feel free to talk about whatever you'd like in the chat. Dodgers blew this game. Unbelievable. Well, yeah, you got to believe it. Dodgers bullpen just looks like the Pirates bullpen. Starting pitching, great. Bullpen, not so great. As it's 1 a.m. on the East Coast. Oh, my gosh. 12 o'clock here in Texas. I imagine you West Coast people, 10 o'clock there, just getting off work, or you're in work. Smash that. Yeah, no, you got to smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Comment down below, share, do whatever you got to do. Whatever. All right, 135 ERA, opponent batting average 189. Tommy Edman batting 242, OPS of 774. To be honest, I don't know if the like button does anything. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I haven't noticed. I mean, maybe if I get more likes, then it gets promoted. I don't really know how all that works. All it tells me to do is get hours viewed and subscribers. And that leads to good things. Here's the first pitch, and that's going to be right down the middle, strike one. But, hey, you can like anyway. That's cool. Again, 244 or 242 batting average, 8 home runs, 25 RBIs for Edman. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball. That is going to be fouled. So 2 pitches, 2 strikes here for Tommy Edman. Miller off to a pretty solid start as the Diamondbacks, I guess, closer this year. Did a really solid job. Miller sets and delivers. Edman hits this to left, and that's going to get down. Gurriel can't find it. And it looks like Edman is going to cruise into second, does the dance. Oh, my gosh. Why? As the Diamondbacks now lead 3-2 with nobody out in the in the bottom of the 10th. Reached way out of the zone to poke that to left. So right now, Trisk's prediction does stand, but they do have a runner on second with nobody out. And Shohei Ohtani is at the plate. But he's not at the plate anymore, as they're going to intentionally walk him. And there's the boos. They are booing the crap out of the Diamondbacks right now. They wanted to see him. But honestly, Betts is not a bad consolation prize, as he is 1 for 4 on the day. But again, he is a superstar. Batting 263, 8 home runs, 30 RBIs. No outs here in the bottom of the 10th. Runners on first and second. Yamamoto won't get any credit for, like, as far as a win is concerned, but he pitched great today. Miller delivers. Betts hits it to center. But under it is Tawa. As Tawa is going to throw it in. Edman is going to tag up and move to third. So they have runners on the corners here with 1 out, and that's going to bring up, well, Freddie Freeman, who is 2 for 4, batting 371. So that's a pretty good bat to have at the plate. Tris, give me a 3 home run hitters for tomorrow. Yeah, right. Well, hey, it's not over. Dodgers have a run 90 feet away. A ground ball or a double play would end it, obviously. But just never know. You never know what could happen here. Miller delivers. Checked his swing, but that is in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Freddie Freeman. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Miller sets, looks over at first, and delivers. That's outside. Oh, we got a... Okay, so we have a stolen base by Ohtani. So that eliminates the double play scenario. So now you have the free base open. Do you walk him is the question. And they are intentionally walking Freddie Freeman. And that's going to bring up Will Smith, who he's smiling. He's actually very excited about this. I don't know if I'd feel that good if I'm a Diamondbacks fan right now with Will Smith smiling. He's looking for this opportunity here. Batting .339, 4 home runs, 25 RBIs, bases loaded. with one out. Here's the pitch. That's going to be down low. Ball one. Moreno does not like, he's a catcher. He thought that should have been in there. Will Smith with runners in scoring position. Well, he's batting .500. OPS of 1331. He is clutch as they come here in 2025. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be high. Oh, it hit him. This game is tied. I didn't know if that hit the catcher's glove, but no, it hits his shoulder or his elbow. So just like that, it is 3-3. Trisk, you are indeed incorrect. Yamamoto was like, oh, yeah. 3-3. And we're going to have a visit to the mound. Miller's been pretty good all year, but right now, not looking so great against the Dodgers at the moment, as Muncy will be his opponent, batting .208, 3 home runs and 18 RBIs. It's 1 for 3 with the walk. Mound visit still going on. Muncy is batting .250 with 6 grand slams with his in his career with bases loaded. 68 at bat, 6 home runs, pretty solid. It was a different universe. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Trisk. You're in the one where you're wrong. Miller sets. Miller delivers. That's going to be outside. Ball one. Good try, though, Trisk. Good try. Do appreciate the boldness of the predictions. 1-0 count. Miller sets and delivers. That's going to be low for ball 2. Alternate timelines or dimensions. He may have been right. Yeah, there are probably some other ones where the Diamondbacks won. There's probably ones where the Dodgers won 1-0. Two-0 count. Miller delivers. Muncy sends this one foul. 2-1 count. This one coming down to possibly the last batter. 2-1 count. Muncy trying to walk it off. Here's the 2-1. This one's going to be hit to center. And it doesn't really matter as there's going to be the tag up. Tawa's throwing it home. Ohtani-kun scores. And that is your ball game. Dodgers win 4-3 in extras. That was a great game to call. I feel like I made the right choice tonight. I do want to thank everyone for watching, choosing me as your entertainment. Hopefully I earned that subscription. It is free. I don't think it'll hurt you at all. I do appreciate everyone that does subscribe. Even if you don't subscribe, thank you. Hopefully next time you see me, you do subscribe then. And I do thank everyone for chatting, of course, you guys. Nick, Trisk, Philip, Sean earlier. I do appreciate you guys talking with me. It makes things so much more enjoyable as the Dodgers defeat the Diamondbacks 4-3. Muncy, of course, with the sacrifice fly to center to bring home Ohtani. Again, feel free to subscribe. It's free if you like baseball or football. I will see you guys later. I'll probably do a game tomorrow around noon. Unsure which one I'll do, but I will be doing a game. Yeah, 4-3. Yeah, I'm sure it was, Trisk. Okay. All right, you guys all have a great night. Get some rest, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Y'all have a good night. Peace.